And we are live. How's everybody doing tonight? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and you're watching and/or listening to ABL Live. Thank y'all for being here tonight. You could be almost anywhere in the world, but you're right here with me live on the show, and I appreciate y'all for that. We got a whole lot going on all over the internets, all over mainstream media, social media, everywhere, and I don't know where to start. First of all, we got Trump getting indicted yet again for the zillionth time. Will it stick this time? Will he go to the penitentiary? Is it going to impede upon his 2024 presidential election campaign? We'll talk about that a little bit more a little bit later. Also, we got space aliens in Las Vegas. 15-foot tall space aliens in somebody's backyard, but nobody has a cell phone picture. I'm able to find all kinds of pictures and videos of every little thing about everybody's life. Okay, you're getting up in the morning, you're going number 2, you're getting your coffee. I know all about that on TikTok, but for some reason when we get these gigantic space aliens, ain't no cell phone picture, but you got on your cell phone, it had a full-blown conversation with the police talking about, oh, they 8 foot tall, they 15 foot tall, they in my backyard, I saw a ball of light. Well, how about seeing the flash of light from the back of your camera to get a picture? We'll talk about that a little bit more a little bit later. Also, we got crack pipe vending machines in New York City. What in the world's going on? You can get your crack pipes, you get your heroin, paraphernalia, whatever you want right there in the machine. We'll get into that. Also, we got cartels from Mexico linking up with China to get certain things accomplished. We'll talk about all those things and more on tonight's episode of ABL Live. And thank y'all again for being here. You guys are the best audience anywhere on these internets. If you like what you're hearing thus far, if you enjoy my content in general, please give the video a thumbs up. Like the video, share the video, do all of that good stuff. That'll help me out tremendously. We got a lot going on. Wow, there's a whole lot happening. Exactly, no pick didn't happen. There you go. And thank y'all again for joining. We got a lot going on. There's quite a few topics I didn't even put on the header. There's some things I might get into, some videos and some exclusive things you're only going to see right here on ABL Live. And where are we going to start? Oh, first, of course, shout out to the sponsors. Shout out to patriotpost.us, your best source of news and information anywhere on these internets. Check them out through the link in the description box or just go directly to the website, patriotpost.us. And, of course, all links will be in the description box. Speaking of description box, this is a podcast you're listening to right now. You can be listening to it live on the YouTubes, on a replay on YouTube, or on your favorite audio streaming platform, whether that be Spotify, Google Play, Apple iTunes, etc. Link for that will be in the description. If you're already over there, thank you for doing that. I appreciate you. Please give me a 5-star rating. Please give me a like, a share, whatever you can do on those audio streaming platforms. Please do that for me. And this episode will be available 8 a.m. tomorrow morning, Eastern time. So look out for that. And that's always going to be the case on every podcast. If for some reason it's not up there, y'all, please let me know. Give me an email and we will tighten it clean, smooth on up. Okie dokie. Now, what else we got? Of course, my regular websites, ablmerch.com, ablmerch.com. You can get your hats, your t-shirts, your stickers, your hoodies, your mugs, and more right there on the website, ablmerch.com. Also, go to my regular website, anthonyblogan.com. That is ANTHONY, the letter B, LOGAN.com. You can find every article for each video that I produce, so you're able to look at where I get my sources, more information, uncut videos that I couldn't put on the YouTube for whatever the reason may be, videos without my commentary. All that will be right there on the website, anthonyblogan.com. And you can also find my contact information on anthonyblogan.com/contact. You can find my email address, my email address, my social media accounts, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. All of that will be right there on the website, anthonyblogan.com/contact. And if you're ever wondering if you're speaking to me outside of the YouTube space, first of all, first hint, if it's about some kind of random money-making scheme, that's not me. I don't know about Bitcoin. I don't know about Forex. I don't know about any of these random Nigerian prince, Lithuanian 400-pound hacker on the bed type stuff. I don't know about any of that. Do not get scammed. I don't want to see no email talking about, hey, ABL, am I talking to you? This person sent me the WhatsApp and they promising me $10 million. All I got to do is send them $100,000. I'm going to refi my house and send them the money. Look, man, nobody has time for that. Don't get scammed. This is your warning. So you can't say, I never warn you. I'll warn you every single show. Don't do that. All right. The best way to figure out if it's me or not, number one, common sense. I'm not going to talk to you about no money making schemes at all, ever. I'm not going to do it. And number two, if you are really kind of convinced it's ABL, this is him, just go to the website. If the email that you are corresponding with is not on the website, my name, anthonyblogan.com. If it's not there, it's not me. All right. And the only time I'll ever give you my phone number is right now on the show, which we'll get to a little bit later. We'll get to that at about 10 o'clock or so Eastern time, the phone calls. All righty. So having said all that, thank y'all again for joining. Lori G, it's difficult. Lori G's asking me, why doesn't YouTube moderate the scammers? It's so hard because it's only we looking at the content creators, because she's like, why don't they moderate the scammers? We say same way they moderate the content creators. It's only a handful of content creators versus the number of actual scammers that are out there. You get one of these accounts banned, it's 1,000 more behind it. You're playing whack-a-mole versus only one ABL. It's other guys that do what I do, but it's only one in me. But it's 1 million accounts pretending to be me. So it's just difficult for them to do it. They've gotten better at detecting spam over the past few weeks. I will say that, but there's still some stuff out there. So thank y'all again for joining. You guys are the best audience anywhere on these interwebs. And someone asked me, hey, did I see that Call of Duty went woke? Yes, I did see that. And I'm sorry for not capturing your name there, boss, but I did see your tweet. I was going to talk about that. It's not on my list of things to speak about, but I am going to talk about it. So if you guys don't know, well, I'm sure most of you guys know, Call of Duty is a video game where you're just going around shooting, basically. The main thing about Call of Duty, it's a first-person shooter, player versus player. That's the main thing, the multiplayer. Then they have Call of Duty Warzone. It's like a battle royale type game. Very popular. I played Call of Duty. It's a game you can just get in for a few minutes and get out. It's not too deep. Very, very, very popular multiplayer game. They got a single-player campaign, but that's not really the star of the show. The star of the show, the multiplayer. All right. But anyway, the game is so big. You have professional players, people that get paid and sponsor and whatnot to play the game. Now, one guy is named Nick Merckx. Now, what Nick Merckx did was put out a tweet that they say is homophobic. Now, let me see if I can find the tweet for you guys right quick. Give me 1 second here. All right, I'm going to find it so you guys can see kind of what's going on. And the tweet was not offensive. It was not homophobic. And you know what? If they think this is homophobic, they're kind of letting the cat out the bag. They're kind of revealing their hand. And when I say they, you know who they are, or you know who they is, whatever you want to look at it like. Okay, so I think we have a response from Nick Merckx. All right. Now, check it out. He was responding. I'm going to show you the first part, then the second part. He was responding to this tweet about the anti-LGBT stuff going on in California. Remember the whole thing I did a video about over in Glendale, California? They are trying to push LGBTQ elemental P narratives in public schools to K through 12 kids, and of course beyond that. But the main thing was about parents, a lot of Armenian and Hispanic parents saying, hey, we don't want this in our school. We don't want to have Pride Month and Trans Day of Remembrance and National Coming Out Day and all this LGBTQ elemental P X, Y, and Z stuff pushed on our children. We are religious people. We're conservative people. We don't want this in our schools. All right. And I think the average, normal, everyday person would agree with that. Even if you are pro-LGBT, even if you are gay yourself, I think most Americans, most common people with a brain that works would say, let's not have the LGBTQ narrative taught to children. All right. Now, this is the tweet. It says, this happened 4 blocks from my Overwatch League apartment, my Overwatch League apartment. Now, that's another video game right there. So we're talking about the gaming community are talking about this. And then the next part of the tweet says, Americans are in a sad place right now. Let people love who they love and live your own life. So we're talking about 5-year-old kids loving another boy I mean, we're talking about sexualizing children. I think not. If you think that, then hey, man, I have a brand spanking new wood chipper with your name on it. Okay, it's called Chippity Chip. Put you right in there, Chipper Go Burr. Anyway, so the tweet that this person was quoting says, anti-LGBT protesters attack pro-LGBT demonstrators, which is not even what it is, but whatever. I mean, how are you going to frame somebody's being, let me just get through the tweet, then I'll give my reaction. Anti-LGBT protesters attack pro-LGBT demonstrators outside of a Glendale, California school board meeting. The school board is voting on recognizing June as Pride Month. And the person that wrote this is Brendan Murphy. Very wormy language right here because, first of all, they're saying anti-LGBT protesters and pro-LGBT demonstrators. Well, aren't they both protesting? They're out here doing the exact same thing with each other. So why do you call one side protesters and the other side demonstrators? What's the difference? You're trying to make the people that are favorable to your side of the argument look better than those who are opposed to it. And then why you got to call them anti-LGBT? Okay. How about anti-indoctrination of small children? You know, they might not even be anti-LGBT, but why must LGBT include kids? Why are they so hell-bent on including kids in this movement? Now, anyway, here's where Nick Merckx, the guy in question, this is what he's talking about. He says they should leave little children alone. That's the real issue. Now, that tweet right there got him in trouble. That got him in trouble. That's seen as a homophobic tweet. Now, here's a question I have for you guys that are out here in the audience watching. Do you think that it's homophobic to say that children should not be sexualized? Is that homophobic? Because if it is, now we got a problem. If it is homophobic, now we got to look at the community, the LGBT community, and ask, what is your real goal here? What is your objective? Do you think that kids should be involved in sexuality in any kind of way? Because we should really get you on the watch list or in the penitentiary or something. This shouldn't be a thing that you even say, but people do think this way. Now, let's go back. All right. So here's another tweet I have for you guys. This is where Call of Duty responded. So again, the guy that responded is a professional Call of Duty player with the FaZe clan. If that's wrong, let me know in the comments. Now, check it out. This person, Charlie Intel, I guess it's another pro gamer. Y'all, please correct me. Charlie Intel says, it appears Activision has removed the Nick Merckx bundle from the Warzone and Modern Warfare 2, store this evening. Now, to explain what that means, basically, Nick Merckx had his own personalized in-game items you could buy, maybe like customized guns or clothing you could put on your character. You could buy items inside the video game that were branded with Nick Merckx, okay, the professional video game player, right? You on the same page? He continues, Activision has not commented on why it has been removed, but the removal of his bundle comes a day after Nick Merckx's recent comments about the LGBT plus community. All right. Now, Call of Duty responded. Official Twitter, okay, Gold Star. They say, due to recent events, we have removed the Nick Merckx operator bundle from the Modern Warfare 2 and Warzone store. We are focused on celebrating Pride with our employees in our community. So they're admitting it right there. They're admitting it right there. They took the operator package off because Nick Merckx said, hey, leave the kids out of it. I mean, what in the world's going on? This is crazy. Who is pulling the strings behind this? Call of Duty, do you know your audience? I don't think the typical person who plays Call of Duty is really into the LGBT thing. And I don't think the average Call of Duty player would say that involving children in the LGBTQ plus community is a thing that they really are concerned about or is a thing they really want to have happen. All right. So now I think Nick Merckx responded. Let's see what he says. I've not seen this video yet. Let me get it on the screen a little bit better for you guys. And if you like what you're hearing so far, please give the video a thumbs up, like the video, share the video, do all that good stuff. Let's get a little bit of sound. RIP headphone users. Let's go ahead and roll it.
Simply feel that I want to be the one and my wife wants to be the one to speak with our child about stuff like that. And that was the tweet. That was the tweet. You can take the tweet if you want, and you can spin it, flip it, flop it, quote tweet it. You can put 10 paragraphs on top of it. You can do whatever you want to it to make you feel better if that's what you want to do. But that was the tweet. Okay? So if you came here to hear that, I hope you feel a little better about it. I didn't mean to upset anybody. I know that I did. I'm not apologizing about the tweaks.
Yeah, there we go. I was waiting for it. I was like, wait a minute. Are we getting an apology? No. If you're upset, okay. Hey, that's unfortunate, but that wasn't my intention. I'm just saying that I think my wife and I should talk to our kids about that kind of stuff. Why is that all of a sudden so taboo? 5 years ago, that wouldn't have been a taboo thing to say, but now all of a sudden it is. I think a certain element of the LGBTQ+ community have revealed themselves, and they have taken over the entire movement, and they've made a thing that should have been about adults doing whatever they do behind closed doors and consenting to. They have now brought kids into it, and we all know why.
I don't feel like it's wrong. I'm going to stand by what I said. I'm not going to delete the tweet. I just want to make sure everybody understands exactly the point I was trying to make by tweeting my response. And I do want to apologize to Puckett though. I feel like I might have brought a little bit of shit his way, man. I didn't mean to do that, but
so there you have it. There is the tweet. And I think Puckett, he was talking about another gamer. You see what I'm saying? Because that was the original tweet. You see right here? This what he was referring to, this person, Puckett. So that's probably another gamer, but he didn't want to. The tweet he did was responding to Puckett, so now it's putting Puckett in the weird position to have to defend or to deny, and he's getting wrapped up in it. So I understand why you're saying, well, I didn't want to put you in it because that's my tweet. I take responsibility for what I say, and I don't want to put what I say upon anybody else other than me. So shout out to Nick Merckx. I don't know him at all or much about him, but that was a great thing that he did right there. That was fantastic. I agree with what he said 100%. It's not even about hating anybody. It's about, hey, you know what? Certain things should be left to the parents. I don't think that your teacher should just expose your kids to everything up under the sun. And that shouldn't be taboo to say. Not in the least bit. Okay? Not in the least bit. Yes, and that's Puckett with a P. I'm not cussing, because I don't do that on this show. I'm a clean, smooth guy when it comes to my language. That's Puckett with a P. Puckett. All right. Puck. I don't know what it means. Just somebody's name. What does Anthony mean? I don't know, but that's pretty much it. So what do y'all think? Do you think that what he said about the LGBT stuff was right? Was it wrong? How you feel about Call of Duty removing his items from the store? Remember, he had like personalized stuff you could buy from the e-store and use inside the video game. How you feel about them removing that? This is crazy. This is a crazy world we live in, evil world we live in. But hey, what are you going to do? All right. And if you like what you're hearing so far, please give the video a thumbs up. Like the video, share the video, do all of that good stuff. That'll help me out tremendously. Okay. You guys are asking me about Alex Stein. Alex Stein got in trouble. Uh-oh, he's in trouble. Now, you guys know who Alex Stein is. Primetime, Alex Stein 99. He got in trouble because he heckled Brittany Griner at the airport. Now, I've not seen that video. All that I know is that he got in trouble. Let me see if I can find the link right quick. Here we go. Yeah, he's on ESPN. Look at this. Wait a minute. So check it out. Brittany Griner, Mercury, the Phoenix Mercury, her team. So I guess the whole team and Brittany Griner, Mercury confronted by provocateur at the airport. So Alex Stein pulled up on her and the whole team at the airport. Now be on ESPN. You got people writing articles. Okay. And they mentioned the Blaze. He's in trouble. So let me just read this right quick, a little bit of it. Phoenix Mercury center Brittany Griner and her teammates were confronted by a Blaze Media YouTube personality in a Dallas-Fort Worth International airport on Saturday morning before flying to Indiana after the team played twice in Arlington, Texas this past week. Alex Stein, a Dallas native who has gained some notoriety for confronting politicians, posted a photograph on Twitter saying, "I just met my favorite WNBA player, video coming soon." Stein then also posted a brief clip of him yelling at Griner as she walked through the airport. The league said Saturday that Griner has been approved to fly charter for WNBA games. It's unclear why she was not doing so on Saturday. As we gather additional information about today's incident in Dallas Airport, it has come to our attention that this was orchestrated by a social media figure and provocateur. His actions were inappropriate and unfortunate, the league said in the statement. So they put out a whole statement from the WNBA, the whole league. Now you might get the NBA involved because the NBA is WNBA's parent, basically. I don't want to say parent company because WNBA, calling that a company is kind of a stretch at best. But anyway, I digress. The safety of Brittany Griner and all WNBA players is our top priority. Prior to the season, the WNBA worked together with the Phoenix Mercury and Brittany Griner's BG's team to ensure her safety during her travel, which included charter flights for WNBA games and assigned security personnel with her at all times. We remain steadfastly committed to the high standards of security for our players. And then they put out a statement from the Mercury, et cetera, et cetera. All right. So, yeah, it's a thing. They got a whole article about it. Let me see if I can find an actual video to see what happened. I saw a picture, but I didn't see the actual incident. Let's check it out right quick. All right. But yeah, Alex Stein is wild though. Alex Stein is completely something else. Let me see if I can play this little short clip right quick.
Like this. Do you still want to boycott America, Brittany?
Stop. Well, get off me.
Stop. Stop. I'm weird. Why? She hates America. What about the merchant of death, Brett?
Like yo, Alex Stein. You know what? People sometimes they say, like I hear from people that don't really know a lot. They just they might see me and they don't really watch anybody. They say, "Hey, you're so provocative." It's like, me? You ain't seen provocative. Me? I'm a norm. I'm a regular normie. Alex Stein is like somewhere else. I don't know what's going on in his mind. He's a different kind of person. Let me see if he put the full video out while I'm right here. Let's not play that. All right. I don't see it here. I do not see it. But yeah, the pimp on the blimp. That's Alex Stein. All right. So yeah, the security got involved. WNBA. Let me see if I can find. There might be a bunch of articles. If there's a bunch of articles, like if I search Brittany Griner and I get like 5-10 articles from major websites, he's in trouble. All right. Let me see. Yep. Here it is. CNN, Washington Post. He about to go to jail. I hope not, though. I hope not. But he might be in court for sure. Because, see, look, what happens is with stuff like that, what happens is they try to put legal pressure on you. It's not quite to the level of Trump and what's happening with Trump, but it's the same principle, meaning they will try to, if you do a thing they don't like, then they're going to try to put legal pressure on you in a way that's unnatural. I remember somebody saying a long time ago that if the law really wants to get you, or here's how it was said. Anybody can be put in jail for a thing they did that was illegal. They will find something to get you locked up over if they really want to. You see what's happening right now with Trump. They're talking about classified documents, all kind of. I'm going to get ahead of myself. They're talking about classified documents, all this and that and the third. They won't store it right, all this and that. Joe Biden does the exact same thing. He has a Corvette on video doing the promo. You see the documents right there on TV, and nobody says a word. It's not even a big deal, okay? They locked up Martha Stewart for insider trading, but Nancy Pelosi does it out in the open, and there's no big deal. When there's an axe to grind against you, they'll grind the axe against you. But when there's not, or when there's an incentive to leave you alone, they're hands off. They're totally hands off. you know what? You know, somebody's saying he can't go to jail for that. I mean, you shouldn't go to jail for having documents on the ground, but they're trying to do it to Trump. You shouldn't go to jail for quite a few things in this world, but people go to jail all the time for it. Okay, it's not even a matter of shouldn't. It's a matter of can you, and the answer is yes. But let me find a meme for you guys right quick, because speaking about turning a blind eye, not really seeing stuff, picking and choosing when you want to be outraged, all this, that, and the third. I got a meme just for that, and I want to find it, because if I don't, it's going to make me trigger. Well, here's one. This is one of them. That's a good way to describe it, but that's not quite what I was looking for. And there's another one. I got a few of these memes. Oh, there we go. There's the one I want. There is the one that I want. All right, so check it out. Here's one meme, and if you guys can't see it, I'm going to describe it for you. On the top, it says corporations creating AI capable of outsmarting human control. And then to the next of it, it says regulators, and then it has Bart Simpson walking with a pair Stevie Wonder hater blockers and a cane, because like he's black, he can't see anything, right? He's blind. But then on the bottom, it says your $600 transactional PayPal. And then it has Bart with his leg in the cast with a telescope looking out of the window from his room. Okay, so you can see all of that on the bottom, but on the top, no, I don't see nothing. I don't see a thing. And which one is more serious? Anyway, here's another one. Banks evaluating you for a $2,000 credit limit. They're looking into a microscope. They got the monocle. They are really examining you crazy. What's that? Patrick from SpongeBob. I never watched SpongeBob. I just know about it a little bit from clips. But anyway, on the bottom, it says banks evaluating their own $100 billion bond portfolio. And then it has Patrick not knowing what's going on, got a nail stuck to his head, the hammer in midair, not knowing what he's doing, the saw stuck into the table, totally confused, wrench on the ground, just all over the place, right? That's how they do. And then the next one, this is the one I wanted, right? Speaking about insider trading. So the top says, I'm a politician making millions by insider trading. And then the IRS has on the blindfold from that movie, Bird Box, turning the other way, talking about, I didn't see anything. And then on the bottom, it says, I'm just a waiter trying to pay my bills. And then the IRS says, you're going to be audited. And that is how it goes in the good old US of A. And the point behind me saying all this is that you probably shouldn't go to jail for certain things. You shouldn't be getting in trouble for certain things, but they can if they really want to. They'll make something up. Oh, well, you were trespassing, you were violating the privacy, you were violating certain space, you shouldn't have been in the airport, all kind of dumb stuff. They'll get you one. It's not even about what he did. It's about trying to send a message and trying to prevent copycats from doing the exact same thing. Speaking about copycats, have you guys seen that the Unabomber died in the cell? Did he die naturally or was it something else? Ted Kaczynski, how old was he anyway? Unabomber, age 81. So, I mean, he's 81 years old. At a certain point, you can't live forever. So shout out to him for dying, but whatever. I was reading quite a few things. People said that he was a hero and they liked what he stood for. I don't know about all that. I don't remember what exactly his message was. All that I remember is that he killed innocent people and hurt innocent people for no reason. And if you don't know about him and specifically what he did, why he did it, different story. But what he did was he would put bombs in your mailbox. Wasn't that what it was? Bombs in your mailbox, bombs random places. And then when you would open the mailbox or whatever you put the bomb in, you could get hurt or die. Wasn't that what it was? All right. So let me just pull it up right quick. Washington Post. It says, Ted Kaczynski, who planted fear and death as a Unabomber, dies at 81. Living in isolation, he acted on his hatred of technology and science, killing 3 people and injuring 24 others. That's a very loaded subhead right there. Technology and science makes me think that he might have been onto something. You know how they say, oh, trust the science. Hey, ABL, put on this cloth mask and go to a restaurant and take it off when you sit down so you don't spread the virus and you can eat. And when you eat and you spreading all kind of particulates, you're in there jucking it up, drinking, all that. You got everything flying everywhere when you're eating, and you're going to be right there on a table where somebody else was right before you doing the exact same thing, and they bringing out a bottle of water and vinegar to wipe it down with a dirty rag. But guess what? You put the mask on because science says so. And that mask, we got that straight from some dirty factory in India with guys wearing wife beaters, no socks, sweating, all of that all over your mask. You put that right on your face. You getting whatever kind of particulates that came from that factory and that Indian man's foot. But you'll be safe from the virus. That's science. Anyway, so I'm reading some of you guys' comments about Unabomber, right? He was a fan of the Smurfs, okie dokie. He might have been with that hairstyle. It was all a lie anyways, it was. They found him in a cabin in Lincoln, Montana. That's where he was when they arrested him. Because he was in the penitentiary. That's where he died. He died in his prison cell. So they probably found him in the cabin and then sent him to the penitentiary. He left packages in parking lots. Okay. They sent him to CEOs. Stewie says everything in his manifesto is correct. I've not read the manifesto, so I can't comment on that, but I take your word for it. I had to look into it. Because I think that's why people are saying that he was a hero, whatever. I don't know about all that. I just know that he was he had bombs mailed out, but I didn't know about all the backstory to him. All right. Scully says my research sucks. What do you mean? Like what research? I mean, I can't know everything. Good Lord. It's like if somebody asks me, hey, what is the meaning to life? And I say, hey man, I don't really know. Oh, you suck. You're dumb. It's like, I'm sorry. I don't have all the answers. Okay. Like my man Kanye, you ain't got the answers, Sway. I don't have the answers. Yes, Kanye. If I was Sway, I'd be like, you know what? You're right. I don't got the answers. I don't know everything. Okay. You can't just ask me a question like one of them. I'm showing my age. Remember those little cue balls? You would shake up, you would ask it a question and shake it up. Okay. Will I date this girl in my gym class? Highly likely. Anyway, if you are if you were born like in the 90s, like 95 and up, you probably don't know what I'm talking about. So I'm going to go ahead and digress. If you like what you're hearing so far, please give the video a thumbs up, like the video, share the video, do all that good stuff. All right. So he did his deeds for 17 years from 78 to 95. Now, I was born in 84. So 95, I would have been 11 years old. Yeah, 11. So I'm a little kid. I'm I had to go back and do my research. Yeah, the Magic 8 Ball. Yeah. All right. But we got a whole lot going on. So that's some news right there. Ted Kaczynski is dead. They found him in the cell in prison at 81 years old. All right. Now we got a whole lot more that I've not even gotten to. I've not even gotten to the main things on my list, but I got quite a few things that I want to discuss. Oh, I got a video for you guys, and I got a few videos for you actually. I got a lot for y'all today. So y'all hang tight. Now I got to ask you guys a question. A very simple question. How do y'all feel about dogs in restaurants? Huh? Do you think that you should be able to bring a dog? I won't do a poll, just asking the question. Do you think you should be able to bring a dog to a restaurant? I'm not really sure. Now, I'm going to show a clip of a pit bull, of course, attacking another dog, but you can't really see it too much. It's not too graphic. And I'm not going to play the barking because I know you guys got dogs, so I won't have the sound on. I know you guys got dogs, and if I play the barking and whatnot, they're going to go crazy. And if you got dogs and might look at another dog and get wild, hey, just tell them to go over there for a minute. You're not going to see anything graphic, I promise. You won't see anything graphic. I know you guys are like, no, please, no, don't do it. All right. You won't see it. Oh, you guys are asking. Oh, you guys are saying no to the question. No, exactly. All right. So here is the video in question. Again, the sound is off because I don't want you guys to hear what's happening. So what's going on right here? You got this big dog. You see how big the dog is, and some lady had a dog on her lap, and then the pit bull came over and attacked the little dog. Now the dog is okay, badly injured, but they got the dog off of the little dog eventually. Now my question is, yeah, exactly. You guys are saying no to the question, right? Dogs in restaurants, I'm not a fan. A service dog, maybe like a legitimate service dog, not just an emotional support dog. It's a difference. I've seen people that have serious mental problems or PTSD, whatever the case may be, with an actual service animal. That's different than your pet dog that you were calling emotional support. Okay. So, and they're wrestling with this dog. And look all this they're doing, kicking the dog in the hind parts, doing a little bit of everything. All right. And they finally got the dog free. And then this guy right here is wrestling this dog. Right. Now, hey, you know what? If it's me, and you know what? Somebody said the $1 million thing right there. Oh, they're outside. You know what? That to me is the same thing as being inside. If I'm eating, I don't want the dogs to be there. I'm gonna tell you a story right quick. It might gross you out, but you guys said it's okay to be on the patio, right? If you get grossed out, just plug your ears for one moment. Just one moment, please, while I tell the story. So I'm in Atlanta, and there's this place I like to go to that has an outdoor patio. Now, I'm getting ready to go into the restaurant, and there's a little dog outside on the patio right next to the owner. And as I'm getting ready to go inside, I'm seeing the dog urinate right there outside where everybody's eating. Just right there on the patio like ain't nothing going on. Okay. The owner's like, and even the owner's not doing anything. I'm coming up, I'm seeing the dog lift the leg up and pee right there on the patio, right next to the table where they got their food. It's like, sir, he looking at me, I'm looking at him, I'm like, yo, he give me the blank stare, like, oh, well, yeah, my dog's peeing right now, so what? They do that. And it's gross because, check it out. If I did something like that, if I just peed right there on the patio, anybody going to say, oh, you're outside? No, they're going to call the police. Tell this man to put his stuff away and stop peeing right here on the patio. It should be the same thing for a dog. That's part of the reason why I don't think animals should be in the restaurant. Nothing against dogs. I like dogs just like the next man. I'm a dog lover. But I don't think dogs should be everywhere. All right? Just chilling. Just the dog's just chilling. And the owner's like this. Blank stare at me. Like it ain't nothing going on. I see that all the time. It's not even uncommon. I see that all the time. Disgusting. And it was rain, so it was like water and everything mixed together, kind of running around. I was like, look, sir, all I want is my roasted chicken and my baked potato and my little water with lemon. And you out here got this dog doing all kind of outdoor wilderness stuff in the middle of that. I ain't trying to smell that neither. The vapor. And it was a little toy dog too. It wasn't no pit bull, no kind of, it was a little toy dog, little bag dog. All right, one of them just doing whatever they want to do. Oh man, it was crazy. So nah, if you must have your pet dog when you go to eat, just do DoorDash, man. Just do DoorDash and get a backyard and have a patio in your own backyard and eat it back there. Do that. But don't bring your dog to Cheesecake Factory or something like that on the patio where you could just do whatever he wants to do. And the worst is when they hit number 2 on you. I've seen that before too. I'm at Home Depot. You guys love bringing dogs to Home Depot. Oh my goodness. This big crazy Mastiff dropped a human-sized dump right on the ground, right by the power tools, right by the lumber, all of that, right on the ground. And it stinks. It stinks. It stinks. I'm like, yo. And then again, the owner, blank stare. a woman, like with a leash like this. It's like, ma'am, you don't see this right. You ain't gonna try to clean it up. She just sitting right there waiting for the employees to come and get it. If I'm working at Home Depot, my job is not to be inside being a pooper scooper for you and your big crazy dog. So nah, It was crazy. I was like, man, what in the world? What in the world? All right, I know you're getting grossed out, but hey, it is what it is. If you like what you're hearing so far, please give the video a thumbs up. Like the video, share the video, do all that good stuff. That'll help me out tremendously. All right. Oh man, it was crazy. Cause I'm in Home Depot. Like, what is that? What am I smelling? Am I smelling something? And then I'm seeing a crowd gather, and then I see the evidence right there. I'm like, oh man, this is crazy. Never have I ever seen a thing like this. What in the world? Anyway, I had one more, but that might be a little bit too much for you guys. I'm already kind of grossing you out. Now, I got a question. I won't play the video right now because it's too much, but I got a question. If a person assaults an officer and the officer strikes the person back, should the officer get fired? In general, it's kind of loaded a little bit, the question is, but just in general, if a person assaults an officer and then the officer strikes back with a fist or something like that, or with a slap, should the officer be fired from their job? I mean, y'all let me know. And is that a common thing that happens where, you know, you got people that are under arrest trying to fight cops or whatever? Like, how often does that really happen? Y'all let me know. All right. So, okay, I got a video. It's not too bad, I promise. And then I promise I'm going to move on to something else because you guys are already grossed out. But since we're right here on this, I'll move on. It ain't too bad though. But a lady is under arrest. It appears to be in some kind of hospital, doctor's office or something like that. She's in some kind of doctor's office room and is handcuffed, and the cops right there. I think it's like two other cops in the room. And then she spits on him and he hits her and he gets fired. All right, hold on.
Speak to me then if you don't like him. Don't spit.
Oh, fucking
Hey,
piece of
Toronto
shit. See what he does?
Back off.
See what he does?
Back off.
Fucking hits me. Fucking hits me. I want
Sorry for the cussing and everything.
fucking video of that. I want fucking video of that.
I want video of that. I want effing video of that. Imagine hearing that voice every day.
Sit down.
I want fucking video of that ass wipe. I want video of that. I want video of that. He fucking punched me in the face.
Damn, sit down.
I want video of that. I didn't touch
I will
it.
handle
My
it.
hands are hands up. He fucking.
So what kind of drugs is she on? You talking about meth, crack? Is she drunk? Clearly on drugs, and decided to assault the officer. All right. He didn't hit her that hard, but he got fired for that. He did get fired. I'm not sure where this was. You could kind of guess where that was by the sound of her voice. Okay, you talking about 15 Newports with no filter every day for the past 35 years. I mean, good night.
Punch me in the fucking face. He fucking punched me in the face.
So yeah, he got fired unfortunately for that. Hey man, yo, that's definitely not weed. We don't do all that. I'm thinking she might be a little bit drunk. Maybe a little bit of meth in there. You know, a little bit of weekend warrior activity, but definitely drunk. That's probably why she's in the hospital trying to get rehydrated. She's on all of it. She's on all of it, huh? She did spit on him. Yes, she did. And then he hit her one time, and for that he got fired. Now, clearly it wasn't a hard hit, because if a man hits a woman in her face, she's not going to be able just to eat it like that, like it's nothing, if he's hitting her with full force. Unless you got one of these big bull daggers, you know, these Queen Latifah and the Equalizer running from explosions, you know, one of these kind of people, she probably could get punched dead in the face, full force, from a boxer, and it might not be that bad. Speaking of boxers hitting in the face, did Conor McGregor, I don't know who this was, but a mascot got sent to the hospital because it got hit by. Yeah. Wait a minute. Watch this. Conor McGregor knocked a mascot out for real in real life. For real. Wait a minute. Like, I'm not even making it up. Here's an article. Okay, Reuters. Let's not do this. So, Conor McGregor, the UFC champ. Reuters, what are we doing with all these ads? Like, am I watching Daily Mail? Anyway, McGregor sends Miami Heat mascot to the hospital. For real. So let's watch it right quick. All right. Man, what, sir? What are we doing? Why would you do that? What in the world was that, Conor McGregor? Why would you do all that? I don't understand. Hold on. So you guys know Conor McGregor is like a professional fighter. This guy, and I don't know what kind of skit this was. If he was trying just to, I don't understand the background story. I don't know the background story or the context to this. Yo, them fighting Irish. Hey, my man said, be ready at all times. Be ready at all times because I'm ready to fight. So the mascot got hurt for real. So it was supposed to be some kind of like an act, not really a real thing. He has brain damage? No way. No way. You talking about the mascot or Conor McGregor? Hold on. Let me see. So UFC star Conor McGregor sent NBA team Miami Heat mascot Bernie. That's the name of the mascot, Bernie. You get it? Heat, Bernie. Anyway, to a local emergency room on Friday evening after an on-court incident during Game 4 of the NBA Finals on Miami. In a fighter's robe and oversized gloves, Bernie was swiftly knocked to the ground by McGregor's left hook. While Bernie ran on the floor, McGregor proceeded to land a straight punch to the mascot's headgear. The clash was set up for McGregor to promote a pain relief spray. Okay, random. He is seen trying to spray Bernie, who was dragged from the court by his feet by staff. According to The Athletic, the man portraying Bernie received pain medication, was discharged, and is currently in good condition. What in the world? You know what I think? Maybe it was the way he fell. Because he fell pretty violent. He just, all this jazz right here, he might have got a concussion right there, landing on that hardwood, headgear or no headgear. That mascot outfit is not really super padded up like that. You know, you don't have football pads in that mascot outfit. But anyway, I'll move on. If you like what you're hearing so far, please give the video a thumbs up. Like the video, share the video, do all that good stuff. Oh, one more video for you guys. It's not anything gross or weird. Well, it is kind of weird. So Ukraine is doing propaganda videos for some reason. I don't really understand why. I don't really get it. But have you ever seen that the movie or heard of it? RRR, the Bollywood movie, and they have that song Naku Naku. You know what I'm talking about. And I'm gonna play a portion of the music, like a second, because they will strike me or give me a claim or whatever. Let's just play a little bit of this briefly. So you see, okay, what's going on now? I won't play this sound anymore, but y'all just think of that song while this is going on. These are Ukrainian, I guess, fighters or dancers. I'm not really sure. This is Ukrainian war propaganda.
Можна робити що завгодно і як завгодно. Головне – виконати завдання. Вперед!
So, Ukraine, they are making Bollywood war propaganda, films, skits. I don't know what to call it. I'm not making this up. I promise I'm not. This is real. This is dead real. All right. Now, no, I'm getting TikTok nurse vibes. I'm getting all kind of crazy vibes from this. Okay, you got the war going on outside. Meanwhile, I got time to do all this Bollywood type stuff right in the center of town square. If it's a war going on, I can't tell. It must not be that bad. it must not be that bad. You got time to do all this. I don't know where this is at. Is this the U.S.? Is it Ukraine? Is it Russia? So, yeah, too much Bud Light. Exactly. Ukrainian boot scooting. That's right, Frank. All right. So, yeah, you guys get the idea. Okay, they got the women involved. How much did this cost? How much of our money that we sent them, the billions upon billions that we sent them, went to this production right here? Because you know some of your money, some of my money went to this. You know that for a fact. You know it. Don't even act like you don't know. You know went to this. I mean, I don't know about y'all, but I don't like paying taxes that go toward these cringe, ridiculous Bollywood ripoff productions. I don't like the cringe ripoff Bollywood or the propaganda from Ukraine. I don't like it. And when my cash is involved, when my money is involved, I definitely don't like it at all. But we shall. Oh, the buildings are immaculate, still standing, ain't no problem. Could be Belgrade, could be anywhere. That's right. You're right about that. Might not be Ukraine itself, but hey, who knows? There's more. We got a whole lot going on. 15-foot aliens, shall we? Now, the young man who called the police about the aliens made a reaction, or he responded to this. Hold on. I'm gonna see if I can find this right quick. I'll give me a second. Let me see. I'm going to find this. There we go. Let's do it this way. For some reason that doesn't work. There we go. Nah, that ain't it. That's somebody reacting to it. I am going to find it. There we go. All right, so we have that video, and then we have another one. So let's play the first thing first. Matter of fact, hold on. You know the story, 15-foot tall aliens, backyard, et cetera, Vegas. It was a flash of light that came down from the sky. That got captured on body cam footage from an unrelated incident. And then once they go to this person's house, there's, you know what? Let me just play the news clip because they can explain it a little better than I'm explaining it right now. Then we're going to get to the young man's follow-up video that he recorded on his own.
Nevada is abuzz tonight with stories about the crash of an unknown object.
George Knapp is as perplexed as the rest of us, George.
As you know, this is not our first UFO rodeo. We first heard about the incident in early May via the Metro Police grapevine. The incident has a lot in common with other bizarre cases from around the world. An alleged crash, strange beings, and bits and pieces that don't make sense. But the police took this seriously, and so do we. Just before midnight on April 30th, skywatchers across several western states saw a bright fireball streak through the...
See that right there? So this was from an earlier body cam video from the police. This was not at the house where the alleged aliens were. He was just out there and saw the flash of light come down. And then a little while after the flash of light, they get a call from the guy that says, hey, we got these aliens in our backyard, okay?
Heavens. A police officer working in the Northwest Valley caught a glimpse of the colorful object on his body cam. At nearly the same time, a Ring camera in the area recorded a strange noise and what sounds like a crash. One family living in a ranch-style home had a much closer view of the object. Two brothers and their father were working on a vehicle in their yard when they caught a glimpse of a sparkly object as it came crashing down, then were hit by what they describe as a shockwave.
That's him right there. You have the full video. I'll play some of that in a minute.
One of the witnesses, a young man named Angel, has stated when the brothers looked into the yard where the object landed, that spot was obscured and blurry, as if by unknown form of camouflage. What they saw next prompted a frantic call to 911.
So there's two people or two subjects that are in your backyard?
Correct, and they're very large. They're like 8 foot. 9 feet, 10 foot. I don't know. They look like aliens to us. Big eyes. They have big eyes.
Okay.
Like I can't explain it. And big mouth. They're shiny eyes and they're not human. They're 100% they're not human.
8 News Now investigators have spoken with family members multiple times in the past 4 weeks, but each of the 3 times we accepted their invitation to do an interview, they didn't answer the door or their phone. These are some of the claims they've made in other public forums. Multiple family members backed up the story in an initial police report we obtained. Angel says they heard the patter of multiple feet in the yard. They later heard footsteps on their roof. They saw one of the 8-foot-tall creatures climb behind the controls of a large front loader stored in the yard as if trying to engage it. He got a good look at one of the creatures, he said, a greenish-grayish being with large eyes and long legs. He says he could hear its deep breaths, and when he locked eyes, he was, in essence, frozen in place, couldn't move. In the middle of the yard, where the object had crashed, then vanished, a circular impression was left in the soil.
Okay, where is this on your property?
Metro sources say the police dispatcher initially wondered whether to send a crisis intervention team to help the troubled witness, but then took the incident seriously. 2 officers arrived 38 minutes after the call, and by then had heard from other officers. They proceeded cautiously and managed some nervous laughs.
I ain't dealing with that.
A few days later, the family says 2 Metro sergeants returned to the scene to ask follow-up questions.
That's very interesting. Why would they do all that? Like, okay, what's going on? That's very, I didn't hear about that part until just right now. And also, they said that there was a black SUV circling the scene at the time when the crash happened. So what was that? What was the black SUV for? Did somebody else see the crash? Did somebody see on radar an object come into the actual vicinity? And were they trying to find it?
The family says they also saw men in suits and sunglasses driving in a car with government plates cruising slowly past the house in the following days. Nellis and Creech have denied any interest or involvement with the incident. Metro has indicated they believe the family that something crashed in their yard. But
hey, I don't believe anything. Somebody say don't be gullible. I don't believe anything. I'm just asking questions. I don't trust anything. I don't believe anything. All I could do is ask questions. I don't believe anything until I see hardcore physical evidence. And then I'm still going to question it.
But what?
Someone else has access to it.
You mentioned, George, in that piece that they were frozen because so many people have been critical of, like, why didn't they get their phone out? Why didn't they shoot the video? Do we know if there's even any video of this incident?
Yes and no. So there's a surveillance camera in the backyard. The property owner keeps that because he's got a lot of expensive equipment there. What we were told is that at the moment this thing comes down and crash, this camera went out, and it was out for a couple of...
Oh, man, come on. Really? The Jeffrey Epstein excuse? Oh, the cameras went out for a moment when he got killed, when he died, excuse me. Come on. What in the world? Really? That's crazy. Hold on. Let's back up a little bit to hear that in full.
Yard. The property owner keeps that because he's got a lot of expensive equipment there. What we were told is that at the moment this thing comes down and crash, this camera went out, and it was out for a couple of minutes. When it came back on, the object was gone, but the circle was there. We've been told by Angel in multiple phone conversations that he shot video of the creatures. We haven't seen it, and we don't know anybody else who's seen it yet, so maybe he'll release it at some point.
So, I mean, where is it at, though? Okay, you got video of the creatures. Where is that? Like, what's going on? Yeah, that's crazy. Exactly. How convenient is that? How convenient is that? Now, here's your man Angel right quick. We're not going to play all of this, but this is him talking about the aliens.
This is my first video. I'm here to tell you what happened to me on May 1st, 2023. I'm trying to explain the best of my abilities. This is not a conspiracy theory. I'm not making this story out for clout or fame. I just want to tell you what happened to me and my family. And I know some people are not going to believe this, but each person is different. So this is what happened to me. Keep in mind, this is midnight, and I hear something fall from the sky. I turn around, the only thing I see is a big light falling from the sky, and moments after, I feel a big impact and a bang, sort of like a big impact fall. And me and my brother looked at each other, and we were scared, but when the impact happened, it was sort of like a shock wave, like an out-of-body experience. So to say, when I tried to look at the object, it was all blurry, not my vision, but only the backyard area. And I hear thousands of footsteps around me, and maybe a couple seconds later, the blurriness was gone. And here's the footage of the body, the police officer's body cam, and here's the object I'm referring to, the light video.
So we saw that earlier when he was on the body cam with somebody else, a different incident, and then the object came down. Okay, we already saw that earlier, but they're gonna show it one more time right here. See, that's what he's talking about right there.
Here's a Ring camera video. You can hear the bang. This is around the neighborhood. So here's the video.
Now I got a question. Why, oh why, are these videos so grainy and poor quality? I mean, is this 2023 or 1997? What's going on with the video quality? We have the ability to have much better quality than this.
So when that happened, the only thing I can see in the backyard is a tall creature, probably around 8-10 feet tall, very thin. So I called my dad. He went to the backyard and he saw the same thing, the same creature I saw. He told me to go inside the house. At this point, we all freaking out, me and my family.
So you guys are saying something that I kind of see as well. He appears to be scrolling every, now and again to read something. That's what it looks like. I can't say that he is, but that's what it looks like. If I was a bet, man, I might put some money on that.
And here's the video where we were in the backyard area. You cannot see it too good, but on camera, but it's there. Here's the video.
¡Ay! ¡Permisar! Calmungarela, me canceles var eso. Cáelo, cherro, que chirica. Cáelo, cherro.
Moments.
Can we get a translate right quick? What were they saying? And I did not see a thing in that video. Did you see anything in that video? All I saw was just them, the family. I didn't see any creatures. I didn't see any kind of weird disturbances, no circular pattern, no crazy lights, no nothing. All I saw was them, and I heard them speaking in Spanish. That's it.
After the video, me and my brother went to go pick up my tools. Then my brother calls me, and he told me shakingly, "Look behind the forklift." So I look. Keep in mind, I'm facing the forklift, and then I see the alien creature. So when I saw it, it was a tall, skinny, lengthy creature. He was a gray, greenish color, and when I looked at it in the eyes, my body just froze. Keep in mind, I'm staring at him, and I look at his whole body, and he has a weird-looking feet and a big face, and eyes, and you can see a big mouth. And I could hear his loud, deep breathing, and I could see his stomach moving. He would just stare at me. Seconds later, I could start moving again. And I start running towards the house. That's when I call 911, and here's the 911 call.
There's like an 8-foot person beside it, and another one's inside, and it has big eyes and looking at us, and it's still there.
For the police to come, and you could hear footsteps in the backyard area, and a loud whispering, like you could hear whisperings. We were in the living room area, and you could hear footsteps on the roof. So we waited a little bit for the police. When they arrived, I told them what I saw, and they were kind of freaked out. Here's the body cam of the officer.
Now, it's more than an hour after that.
We already saw that too. So we're getting a general idea. Let's go forward a little bit here.
Something with light. What I saw right now, I do believe in it.
Police walk into the backyard to investigate, but Metro...
So they went
now wait a minute. See, you cut it out right there. And they didn't play that particular part in the video that we watched. But in the video that I had in my video that I did earlier in the week, they had body cam footage of them going to the back, I guess through the garage. But for some reason, that part of the video was redacted, like it was blacked out, talking about privacy concerns. It's like, really? You can show their faces and the front of their yard and all that in the general area in which they live, but you can't show the garage or the backyard. That's blacked out. That was strange to me. I have never seen that before in my life. Is that common for you guys that are in law enforcement or anything like that to redact pieces of a body cam? Because of somebody's backyard. I've never in my life ever seen that before. And again, if you're going to black out the backyard and or the garage, why not the front yard? Why not their faces? I don't understand.
The backyard, and one of the officers pointed at the floor, and it was a perfect circle. Here's a photo of the circle I'm referring to.
Circle's right there. Okay, we can, again, let's get a better picture, perhaps.
Keep in mind, 2 officers came in my house, and one of them started running to his car, driving around the neighborhood, asking passing cars if they saw a light.
What's clear, they're taking this call seriously.
Hey, this might sound like a really dumb question, but did you guys see anything fall out of the sky?
Asking others what they saw.
I would normally discount it as nothing. However, seeing as one of my partners said they saw it too, only reason I'm actually investigating it further.
Goosebumps and freaking out. He started investigating that he told me his partner, she saw a light falling from the sky. He told me he believes me because her partner reported that she saw the same light as me. Now we're walking the front yard. Then the other officer came here. Here's a video of him talking to my family.
If those 9-foot beings come back, don't call us, all right? Deal with it yourself.
So that's the main video right there. What do you guys think? Do you think that the story is BS? Do you believe it? What's your opinion about it? Now I'm gonna tell you this part as well. Most of the UFO sightings happen like in the Western countries, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's because of I don't know what. I'm gonna just find a map right quick. And if I'm wrong about this, y'all please let me know. Yeah. So let's pull it up right here. So these are the reported UFO sightings. Is there a reason for that? And I think it's because of not because. This is not just a map of the lights, because a lot of places like India, China, Japan, Korea, they're lit up as well. Why is it mostly the United States? Maybe I'm wrong. Gotta let me know. Is it something about us specifically that they want to, explore? What's going on? Y'all let me know. I'm going to say this, though, about UFOs and about aliens and whatnot. I think that there's other things out there. And I think that if we see UFOs, aliens, they're not going to be how we might expect them to be. We're not going to see necessarily what you see on television. If you ever seen the movie, was that Jordan Peele? Not Get Out, but Nope. That was a very good movie, actually. I thought it was going to be kind of whack. But I was on a plane one time and I watched it on the plane coming back from where I was coming from. And it was good because the way that they revealed the alien, it was a twist on it. It wasn't what you thought it was going to be. And we all see the alien ship, the saucer come down, the gray beings with the big heads and all that, but it wasn't that. It was something a little bit different, although it was similar to what you thought it could be. If that makes any sense. But anyway, let me see. Byron says, the theory is centered on our nuclear arsenals. Interesting. They were coming in the form of Ukrainians. Okay. Ain't no aliens in Miami? I'm with you, came my way. Ain't no aliens down on the beach. Anybody got time for that down Miami? Annabelle says, it's mostly the USA because they live in the USA. Uh-oh. You're getting a little bit deep right there. You're talking about the aliens that we see every day that are disguised normally, huh? Just like how they had the ship disguised, allegedly. That's something else. They came for Pride Month. A lot of them in New York City. I believe that New York City, y'all got a bunch of them. Y'all, the people in New York City, that's something else. You got some hybrids out there. You got some hybrid beings out there. And speaking of New York City, anybody want a free crack pipe? Does anybody want a free crack pipe? Did I play that story last time on the show? I don't think that I did. About the crack pipes. So New York City has a plan to distribute free crack pipes, Narcan, needles, all that good stuff and they're already doing it. They got a vending machine. Okay, so you might be used to seeing the vending machine with snacks and soda pops and whatnot. Well, how about some crack pipes? How about some heroin needles? How about Narcan? How about lotion and lip balm? So when you smoke your crack and it's cold outside, you're not breaking your lip up and getting all kind of, injuries and whatnot to your face. Right? How about that? Hold on. Let's play some of this right here. Let's not have the sound bust your eardrum. So you see the caption: New York City vending machines cater to drug users with free crack pipes. Free, that's the thing about it, it's free. It's 100% free. Free crack pipes, lip balm, and Narcan for ODs. Okay, we got music going on. Big Apple officials unveiled a street vending machine that covers it all when it comes to catering to drug users. Excuse me. And that's a naloxone right there. And they had these cute little bags, right? These cute little blue bags in the vending machine with the New York City Health logo on it. Imagine that. And they're showing it there. So they're offering free handy paraphernalia such as crack pipes and lip balm and Narcan, etc. All right. The vending machine wouldn't afford to be set in place of some of the city's most drug-infested neighborhoods. It swaps out what would be more typical offerings such as candy bars and potato chips for the drug-related freebies to try to combat the surge in overdoses in 5 boroughs. City Health Department Big said. Okay, interesting. Let's see. Oh, there we go. So we got some crackheads in the middle of hitting their pipes, right? My man right here, or woman, I can't tell which one, looking like Pookie from New Jack City, crazy hair and everything. And the caption says, every 3 hours, we're losing the New Yorker to drugs. So to combat the problem of drug overdoses and addiction, what you do is enable it further by giving them the paraphernalia. You may as well give them free drugs as well. Hey, you know what? We got a very bad problem in New York City with a lot of fentanyl being laced into heroin, into crack, regular powder cocaine, and some of the pills, fake Percocets and Xanax, Lortabs, fake all that stuff. So you know what we're going to do? We're going to give out free crack and free heroin and free fentanyl if you need it, that extra kick for free. No additives, no extra stuff. We're going to tax the taxpayer, of course. You're going to pay for the crack and the heroin and everything else we give to the crackheads. But the purpose is to reduce drug addiction. So we're going to give them drugs and the paraphernalia and the place to go shoot it up and free hots in the cot and an apartment too. If I was a crackhead, I'd be like, bet. I get free crack and a place to smoke it, and I get free needles. Sign me up. I am in crack heaven at that particular point in time. You see what I'm saying? Let's keep on going. All right. And then it says, looks like 2022 is on track, to be our highest year ever in overdoses. Health and Mental Hygiene Commissioner Ashwin Vasan said at a press conference next to the first machine. So that's your Narcan right there with the nasal spray. All right. And that's a man right there with the logo in front of the crack pipe vending machine. Okay, so the crack pipe vending machine is parked next to a nonprofit aimed at offering housing. Didn't I tell you? What I just say? They give you a house too. So the crack pipe vending machine is right next to the nonprofit NGO, quote unquote, that's aimed at offering housing and other support for those in need. So you're getting services. This is Los Angeles and San Francisco. This is why there's so many homeless out there, because they get all these services. Again, if I smoke crack for a living, I'd be in crackhead heaven right now. You're giving me a house and free food and my paraphernalia and drugs for the low. The border is wide open. I get whatever I want coming through. I'm good. The machine looks like a typical snack. Okay, blah, 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 blah. Keep on going here. Wait a minute. There are also safer sniffing kits and random assorted items such as condoms, tampons, nicotine gum, and first aid packages. Yeah, because you need condoms and whatnot when you out here smoking crack for a living. Yeah, you need condoms. we know what that's about, right? We know what that whole thing is. Okay, let's not even go down that road. So I digress. Nicotine gum. Why would you want nicotine gum in a crack pipe vending machine? So let's find a way to kick the habit of smoking cigarettes, but Smoking crack, no problem. Free crack pipe. All right. People don't have to pay for their items. They punch in the zip code to get access. Yeah, they punch in the zip code and then say what they want. Okay, so that's that. That's the crack pipe story. All right. Chad Akers says another UFO without concrete evidence. Don't be simple, ABL. When did I say that I believed it? when did I say, yeah, you know what? The UFO is real. Me and the aliens, they 15 foot tall. We were playing basketball. We're drinking Bud Light. I was out there hanging out with the family. Me and Angel were chilling, playing backgammon and spades and everything else, eating chicken wings. Did I say I believed the alien? All I did was give you the information and told you that's what it is and asked you for your opinion. That's it. But yeah, I'm the biggest skeptic that you know. I am the biggest skeptic in the world because I've heard every lie up under the sun. Every lie up under the sun. I don't believe nobody. I don't trust a soul. I don't trust anybody or anything until I get hardcore physical. As I said earlier, I got to get hardcore physical evidence. And even still, I'm like, that could be fake. It could be staged, AI, all that. I don't know if that's real or not. But so, yeah, I don't believe everything I see. I'm just giving you the information. But shout out to you, though. Thank you for your donation, man. I appreciate you. All right. And so that's that. Now, not only do you have free crack pipes in New York City, because we got to fight this drug epidemic with drug paraphernalia, free drugs eventually, and also a place to stay to shoot the drugs up. So you get a shooting gallery, an apartment, food, drug paraphernalia, drugs, all of that. Now, the reason why it's such a big draw to the West Coast versus the East Coast is because the East Coast, you got seasons. It's going to get cold. It's going to rain. It's going to snow. It's not easy to be a dope fiend in New York City on the streets, living out there. Go to LA, go to San Fran. Hey, man, you get all the services. You're getting all the beautiful sun in California, dry weather. You living, you good. You could be very good. And trans aliens, nah, I don't know about, them aliens, man. I don't know. I think that there are things that exist that, and like I said, I think that there are aliens that we don't even really know about. Have you guys seen the orcas attacking the ships? I think that a lot of things that we see every day that's part of our ecosystem is not native to the earth, that they came here from somewhere else. I think orcas got placed here by a different people. They're not the same. Dolphins and whatnot, which are orcas. Orcas are they're called killer whales, but they're dolphins. Dolphins, I think, are a little bit different than other things we have here on Earth. I think some things were here for a long time, like alligator crocodiles. Gators, crocodiles, it looked like they were here for a long time. They looked like what they said dinosaurs look like, which I don't even really believe. I believe dinosaurs are young too. I think dinosaurs look more like alligators and whatnot, but I think they're young. And when the flood happened, which the flood did happen, but I'm gonna get too deep. I'm going way down the rabbit hole right now. I don't want to do that right now, but I think that we don't know everything about this earth. And the orcas have been attacking ships specifically, like going for the rudders, sinking ships. And they do it like in the routine kind of fashion. It's not just an accident where they're swimming, all of a sudden they hit the boat by mistake. They are intentionally seeking the ships to destroy them. And then I saw a video that I won't show right here of a man getting eaten by a shark, like legs up in the air. It was crazy. Hold on. I'm gonna find a picture, not of him being dismembered, but of the legs up in the air. And it was crazy. Man eating, I think it was in the Red Sea over there by Saudi, and it was crazy. It's like, what in the world's going on? Let me see if I can find that right quick. And I think they found the shark and they brought it on shore. Like they captured the shark. I was like, what in the world's happening? So And the crazy part about the whole shark video, you know, we've gone so far with the politics. I think they said it was Russian tourist, and people were celebrating that the shark ate the man because he's Russian. It's like, really? For real? I mean, so because the Russian government is doing the thing, that means that a Russian person is bad and should get eaten by a shark? Is that what we're going to say? That goes back to the whole internment camp thing during the war. When Japan hit Pearl Harbor, all of that, it's like, okay, anybody Japanese is a problem. It's like they might just be a regular person that does not mean you harm, okay? And if they're over in Saudi Arabia somewhere and they get eaten by a shark, why would you celebrate that? I don't understand. So hold on. I have the video, but I probably can't play it. Yeah, my man, he was fighting for his life. It was pretty bad. Legs up in the air. Yeah, I can't play that. But the orcas, let's go to the orcas right quick. Then I'll move on. So these big dolphins, what they are, they're called killer whales, but they're actually dolphins. They were attacking this boat. Music, really? Who put DMX on this? So they were off the coast of Morocco. So that's North Africa, obviously. The man started bumping the boat, an attack which continued for an hour. An hour? Okay, hold on. Let me just zoom in a little bit so you guys can see the caption and it won't get cut off. And then, hold on. I mean, who put DMX on this? This is one of several incidents in the same area. Metro killer whale called Gladys is leading gangs of orcas. Wait a minute, hold on. So they got the whale name. They got the orca named. So a vengeful killer whale named Gladys is leading gangs of orcas into battle with yachts around Gibraltar. And if you guys don't know, that's that rock right there by Spain, the little gap right there, the Rock of Gibraltar. It's like right there. So are they trying to send a message? I don't know what's going on. Researchers believe that a female orca called White Gladys has been hell-bent on revenge after being traumatized by a collision with a boat or being trapped in illegal fishing. Okay, that's the aliens right there. That's the aliens right there. Revenge. What kind of dolphin would know to attack human beings and to attack specifically the rudders and everything else to sink them? And they do it over and over again over a period of time. It's not just one incident. This has been a pattern in the same exact location. Aliens. That's what I'm talking about. Harpoon 2A. Yeah, that's the orca blood hood. Exactly. Okay. It's crazy. Totally crazy. Gladys's nautical attacks are now being copied by the rest of the killer whale population. Yeah, that's nuts. So, hey, if you like what you're hearing so far, please give the video a thumbs up. Now, where are we going to go next? We got into the crack pipe vending machine. Illegal aliens. So, do you guys think that it makes sense for New York City or any city to request that citizens house illegal aliens? And it's a program, right? So they're going to pay you $125 a night, thereabout, from taxpayer money, of course, like everything else in New York City. They'll pay you $125 a night to house illegal aliens. Now, how do you feel about this? Because let's zoom out a little bit. Let's zoom on out. If your neighbor does this and you live in an apartment building, you getting some random person from Nicaragua, El Salvador, whatever. They could be in the gang. They could be shooting up stuff. They could be, abusing children, and they bring a person into their home. Now the entire building is in danger because they are in your mix. I was watching one of these videos about super high rise in New York City. Like they built right by Central Park. it was super, super high up. And the penthouse was like $200 million for the penthouse. It was a lot of money for the building. Every apartment inside the building was just immaculate, extravagant, very expensive. You can't get inside that building unless you have a lot of money. But hey, what if you want to be gracious and house an illegal alien family in that big, expensive building? Your exclusivity and safety and security is now compromised. What if you're in a smaller place? You're in a regular building, brownstone, whatever, and you have illegal aliens in there and the door right next to you? You got a problem. We see what they did to the hotel. Now, I'm not trying to say that every person that is an illegal alien is also just going to destroy things. But we see the hotel that they destroyed out there in New York City. What was that? The Row, New York City, right by right in Manhattan, not far from where they do the ball drop. Within 1 year, they tore that hotel to pieces. They said the hotel is so messed up because the illegal aliens do things that are not part of what is done in the first world society. First of all, they're taking showers with no shower curtains in there. I'm sure they're told to do it, but they're not going to do it, because if you've been living your whole life, 20 years, 30 years, 80 years, not taking showers inside or not using the shower curtain at all, and they say, hey, you got to use a shower curtain, you're not going to do it. So what happens is when you're taking the shower in the building and you're not using the shower curtain, the water's going to get right on the ground and you're going to have water damage. You're going to have flooding, electrical problems, ceiling damage, all that kind of stuff inside the building. Then they're also cooking food on hot plates, starting fires in the building. Then they're trashing it, getting drunk, getting high, having babies. They said there were 2 to 3 babies a week being born at that hotel where all the illegal aliens are staying. It's a complete mess. People getting assaulted. You got guns in the building, knives in the building, all of that happening. They're taking that same thing that destroyed the Row Hotel over to private residences inside of the apartment buildings. And the same ceiling damage from the shower curtain not being used, the same fire from the hot plates being used to cook food will come to your house or your apartment in New York City. New York, I don't see how you live there. I don't like New York. It's too much going on for me. I couldn't live there. It's just way too much. The rats and roaches are enough. Okay. When I was back in Virginia, I seen the roaches fly. I don't want to see it no more. I was in the hood though when I saw that. I didn't really see that in other places, but when I saw that roach get up off the ground and fly, I was like, oh no, we ain't doing that. And y'all got them in New York just regular, like it ain't nothing going on. You got these cat-sized rats. I'm cool. And then on top of that, I got illegal aliens in 2A and I'm in 2B. I don't want it. But it's voluntary right now. But that's how they start. They say, you know what? It's a voluntary program, $125 a night. You'll get paid. Then, hey, you know what? You are in a certain tax bracket. Oh, they could do this. You live in public housing. You see where we're going? Public housing. So we have control over your housing. Check it out. We're going to evict you, or you can house this illegal alien in your apartment. Or if there are any vacancies in public housing, project housing, whatever you want to call it, they'll put illegal aliens in there. Meanwhile, you got homeless veteran on the waiting list trying to get in an apartment, single mom, 2 or 3 kids, the husband that got killed in the streets or whatever. She's trying to find an apartment. Okay. Hardworking people that got jobs, because New York City, a lot of the people living in the projects got jobs, but New York is so expensive. Even the projects are expensive as well, but they're government regulated. So it just kind of, it's a weird thing when all of a sudden they say you must house these legal aliens in public housing, then it'd be private housing. That's called communism. That's how it works. It did that in Cuba. That's exactly how it started. And now we have a full-blown communist state. So I don't know about y'all, but I'm not trying to live in a place like that. I'm cool. We don't have the problem with illegal aliens here. Not even down Atlanta or Nashville. It's not really an issue. New York City, they got it. They said they had 45,000 illegal aliens, and it cost them, like, I think $3 to $4 billion to take care of them all. $3 to $4 billion. Now, granted, they're being bust up there, but okay, you got 45,000 illegal aliens. Well, how many illegal aliens are right there at the southern border? How many are right there? I'm sure there's a lot more than that. There's been millions that have come to try to get across the border. I'm sure there are many more than that cross through the southern border, that stay in the border towns. Now, that's going to be a lot of money to take care of them. Can they do it? Do they have resources to be able to take care of the illegal aliens and to police them and to make sure they don't terrorize local areas? If the illegal aliens come across the border and they break it into houses in border towns, what are you to do? What are you to do? So, yeah, I'm cool on that. I'm super cool on that. Okay, charge 40% of your income in the projects. Okay. Well, there you have it. There you have it. Yeah, I know in Virginia, I don't know how it is other states, but Section 8 projects, I was hearing people paying like $10 a month for rent, $20 a month, $20 US for rent in a Section 8 home. I was hearing about that years ago. Now, I don't know about right now, but yeah, Section 8 projects, $10, $50, $100, that kind of low amount of money. But in New York, it's not like that in New York. Ain't gonna be no $50 for rent in New York City. No. You can live in the projects or high rise. You're gonna pay a lot of money. I was hearing about, for projects in New York City, $1,500. I'm like, $1,500 for California? Probably ain't no better in California. You probably pay a lot of money for an apartment out there too. I saw a house. It was 1,200 square foot, 2 bedroom, 1 bathroom for like $500,000. Right there in the hood. You got bars on your window. You're living in a pseudo jail cell in the ghetto, Compton, Watts. $500,000. Out here in Tennessee, $500,000. You get a house on the hill. You're beautiful. You're totally, you can get a 5-bedroom, even right now, a 5-bedroom, 3-bathroom, 4-bathroom, whatever you want. Basement, fully finished basement, all at $500,000, even right now with the crazy market going on. Kristen says, if you don't have any income, it's 20. Okay, if you own zero income, New Jersey, 30% of the income, Section 8. Interesting. Okay, so if you have no income, that's when it goes down to like next to nothing. I get it. It makes a lot of sense. Thank you to Rita Sullivan for your comment. I appreciate you. Oh, that's a good question, Fire Mission. What services is New York City Mayor going to cut? Great question, because they did say, well, we got to pay for it some kind of way. And we might got to make some cuts here and there. I don't know where the cuts are going to come from, but they got to come from somewhere, all right, to make room for the illegal aliens. I mean, there's just too much money to spend, and they don't have it. They're trying to complain about the illegal aliens being bussed to their city, but hey, you guys say you want to be a sanctuary city. You guys say that we should just welcome everybody to the country, come one, come all. All right, well, now you got it. You got it. Take it. If you don't want that, then don't speak about wanting that. Same thing with Chicago. They want it to be sanctuary city, according to the liberals that run the show. Okay, now you got it. Now you got to deal with it. And the people of the city are upset because you're trying to cut things for them and you're trying to encroach upon their neighborhoods. That's a problem. Oh, they gonna cut police? Yeah, they probably will cut police. They most certainly probably will cut the police. They already done that. So you have more dangerous streets. But hey, at least we are helping the illegal aliens come across this country. Oh, excuse me, the asylum seekers. They ain't gonna seek no asylum. All they're gonna do is just be here and vanish. Ain't gonna be no court date and none of that going on. They're gonna be here and vanish and just be here illegally. That's the whole point of crossing the border illegally. To be here illegally. Quite simple. All right, but if you like what you're hearing so far, please give the video the thumbs up. like that video, share the video, do all that good stuff. That'll help me out tremendously. Okay, now what else do we have going on here? We got quite a few things. Oh, speaking about illegal aliens and whatnot, how about the cartels working with Chinese criminal gangs to flood our streets with fentanyl, with all kind of other drugs, probably guns, human trafficking victims, all kind of stuff, right there in your backyard. They raided a house in Brentwood. Was it Brentwood or somewhere? Riverside County, California, somewhere. We're going to get into it. Let's go ahead and check it out.
We're back.
Give me 1 second, and there we go.
Now with our investigation into human trafficking in the illicit marijuana industry. Before tonight, it was hard to tell.
Let's pause for a second, because some are going to say, well, it's just weed, ABL, no big deal. Please don't get caught up on that. Look at the greater picture. Wait till they zoom out. Human trafficking, first thing. Weed, second thing. But there's also more drugs. There's also a bigger network and the bigger picture here.
Who is responsible? Now, Jacob Soboroff reports that a sophisticated international money laundering partnership may be to blame, with deadly consequences. It's the latest report in our series, Captives of Cannabis.
It's early in the morning in Riverside County, California. These sheriff's deputies are about to execute a dozen search warrants on residential homes. They say they're going to find illegal marijuana grows there and victims of human trafficking working on those grows. But first,
so basically, you have a weed farm, a growth operation, and people that are brought here illegally to work on the grow. This is slavery, really. This ain't no. It's the same thing as cotton picking. Okay, it's actually worse. It's actually worse, but it's the same kind of scenario.
first, they're going to go after the leader of the operation. Is this person a mid-level operator, kingpin, mastermind?
I would say this is a mid-level operator. We believe that the people that are ultimately in control are likely in China.
Search warrant, open the door!
All right.
Nice and easy. I got him. He's okay.
What did you guys find in there?
We found several documents that ultimately link these suspects living in this home to several of the other locations that we've been investigating.
The couple's arrested, and deputies focus on the organized crime ring they say this grow appears to be a part of.
We don't know how large this organization is, but we do believe that it is global to some extent.
If it is so big, how come you guys are out here alone? Where's the federal government? Where's the DEA?
Great question. And side note, these are beautiful homes. I'm sure 1.2, $2.1 million for those homes. Okay, California, Riverside County. Oh, man, please. Those houses, you're talking about big money. Big money. And you have a growth operation, and you got people that are being trafficked right there in that beautiful neighborhood. And there's no federal attention at all. You got them, the local police out there trying to make this stuff happen with international, you got Chinese, you got Mexicans, you got all kind of stuff going on, and there's no federal help. That's part of the border being wide open. You see, the federales should be dealing with stuff like this when it comes to international criminal organizations into our country, but they don't because the border is open. And they know that these same groups are operating on the border, bringing in all the drugs, guns, the people, everything else.
That's a great question. That's a great question.
To push for answers, we met Bill Bodner, DEA's special agent in charge of Los Angeles, for an exclusive interview. In our reporting, we've seen Chinese nationals involved in the illicit cannabis trade. The law enforcement that we've been talking to says that they believe that the bosses of those operations are back in China. How is that connected to what you're seeing?
The Chinese criminal organizations have such a desire for U.S. dollars in cash that they're getting into a variety of criminal enterprises to create that cash. And I'm not surprised to hear that them running cannabis grows, it's generating cash that they're then using to accomplish capital flight out of China.
In other words, the DEA says this form of organized crime is one that extends far beyond black market cannabis and is rooted in a desire for Chinese nationals in the U.S. to get their money out of China due to recent restrictions on how much they can take out of the country. A U.S. Treasury official tells NBC News that Chinese criminal organizations are operating in the U.S. and now working with Mexican cartels by helping them launder money made from meth, fentanyl, and other drugs. They do so by loaning out the cartel's dollars to unsuspecting Chinese people living in America. These criminal organizations are then repaid in Chinese currency back in China, and the money launderers buy Chinese products and have them shipped to Mexico, where they're sold and give that money in pesos back to the cartels. In the end, no money actually crosses international borders, and the Treasury Department says the dirty dollars are, quote, disappearing into thin air.
And then, as a result, who suffers? Who's caught in the center of all this madness? The American people. You know, because where's all this, all these precursors to the meth and the fentanyl? Where's that going? Right in the United States, through the open border. And they're going to kill you as Americans, your loved ones.
The DEA says instead of products like the clothes and appliances that were once widely available here in LA's wholesale district, the products money launderers are sending from China to Mexico are deadly.
Guess which product is very available in China that's not available here at all? Precursor chemicals. It was the synthetic drug explosion in 2015 and 2016 when this capital flight model started. Precursor chemicals were used as a way to transfer wealth.
In Mexico, the precursors are made into meth and fentanyl, synthetic drugs that have caused U.S. overdose deaths to more than double since 2015.
Hey, Sinaloa cartel, let me introduce you to Chinese organized crime. That's what happened. And by working together, they've been able to get millions, if not billions of dollars out of China into the United States, and they've been able to use a synthetic drug trade to do it.
For you in the DEA, how do you go after stopping this from happening?
Our focus is 100% Sinaloa cartel, Jalisco New Generation cartel, and it's because of this synthetic drug trade. It's like nothing we've seen before.
Until then, Mexican cartels and Chinese organized crime continue to use the United States as their middleman, with no end in sight. Jacob Soboroff.
So there you have it. That's what's going on. You know, you got the Chinese, basically cartels working with the Mexican cartels, and they're all getting money with each other. And who's suffering? Regular people, Americans, Mexicans, we're all suffering. I ain't talking about the illegal aliens. I'm talking about those in Mexico trying to just work, live, minding their business, not trying to be over here illegally. They're getting caught up in the madness. They're getting chopped down by the cartels. I've heard quite a few gruesome stories about people getting killed by the cartels in Mexico. Gruesome stuff. And then, of course, we're suffering over here because we got the heroin, the synthetic heroin, the fentanyl. We got all of that flooding us. It's a bad thing. It's a really bad thing. Yep, laundering cash like Hunter and Brandon. That is correct. That is correct. All right. And there's no end to it. We're trying to get the federales to put a dent in the operation. They're not doing anything. They're letting it just happen, leaving it wide open. All right. So it's like, what do you do? What do you do? Oh, and you know what we're doing? Wait a minute. You know what the federal government's doing? Hold on. I got a picture for you guys. This says it all right here. Rather than trying to fight the drug cartels, rather than trying to close the southern border, rather than trying to cure our nation's drug addiction and all kind of other addictions, what we're doing from the federal level is this right here. You see this? Oh, this is a real picture. Oh, yes, it is. Yes, it is. This is the White House. I've been there before. I've been right in front of here. Trump spoke right here where the presidential seal is. Okay, I was right in front of him before in 2020. Now we have the American flag looking submissive and subservient to the trans LGBT flag, which is right in the middle. So if you guys can't see what's going on, what you have here is a picture of the White House, and what's like the Rose Garden or somewhere. I'm not sure where that is. Y'all let me know the specific place where it is. But anyway, picture of the White House. And you have three flags hanging up, like, okay, on it. The two American flags are hanging. And right in the center of it, you have the gay flag, the trans, black, rainbow, all of that right there in the middle. Disgraceful. Disgraceful. But hey, that's where we are nowadays. That's what we're interested in right there. Rather than things that matter, rather than trying to get a country back on track, rather than trying to get that border closed, inflation under control, we're worried about this right here. That is what we are trying to preserve. All right. China, Russia, they're having a field day. They are laughing. Their hind parts clean, smooth off. Yes, they are. Is that the rotunda? Oh, the Ukraine colors, they're there. They're already there in the regular pride flag, so they don't want to put them in there again and be redundant. But they're most certainly there. I won't be surprised if they put a regular Ukrainian flag up there with the American flag or replace the American flag altogether. I feel like, one day I'm going to see they're not going to have any American flags. I've already seen this. Like, I think during the debate, the Democratic Party debate during the 2020 cycle, there was no American flags on the stage at all. So that's the next thing. We live in America, and they'll just push our flag and our nationhood to the side for other things. All right. That's the reigning political party in America, the LGBTQ element of P. And it's gotten so bad to where we're having debates about whether kids should be transgender. How is that even a debate? How is it a thing to even discuss? Oh, well, maybe kids should be transgender. What? Excuse me? How was that even a topic to discuss? It's because that particular party has taken control. It's quite simple. Your Joe Bidens and them, they don't have any control. The LGBTQ element of P, they are the ones that have the power. All right. But if you like what you're hearing so far, please give the video a thumbs up, like the video, share the video, do all that good stuff. And speaking about the White House and political parties, so before I get to the cause, just briefly, your man, or our man, Trump has been indicted yet again. Now, Trump got indicted over the whole classified documents kerfuffle. Long story short, and if I'm wrong, let me know in the comments below. Please correct me if I'm wrong. Long story short, what Trump did was he took documents from the White House that were classified, and he brought them to, I think, various places, but mostly Mar-a-Lago, his home in Florida. Now, remember that FBI raid back, I think that might have been 2022? Or, yeah, it might have been last year. But recently, the FBI raid where they took this infamous picture. Hold on, let me see if I can find it right quick. FBI Mar-a-Lago raid picture. They took some documents, they took a picture and put it on the internet. Okay, and that was a whole big mess. Why can I not find that the way I want to find it? That's totally weird. Let me just go right here. There we go. There we have it. So this picture came out, and they're talking about this is what they found. So they have documents that say secret, all this and that on it, and they just laid them on the floor, took pictures of them. But then, as you see on the right-hand side, you have a box of what appears to be picture frames, and in the front of this set of frames, it appears to be about 5 frames right there. One of them has a Time magazine frame, a Time magazine picture in the frame. So they are taking that kind of stuff. Really? Is that what we're going to take? That's part of a classified document, a Time magazine picture. So what they said was that Trump took the documents to Mar-a-Lago, and for a while it was okay. He talked to the government, and they knew documents were there. And they were like, hey, you know what? Put a lock on the door. If you're going to have him right there, put a lock on the door. He does it. The National Archive then doubles back, and they're like, hey, we need some documents back. He's refusing because he says, well, I have the right as a president to take these documents. So then that triggers the FBI raid. The FBI come, take all this stuff from Mar-a-Lago, and then now we have an indictment. But now they're saying there's more. They're saying that he talked to a journalist about some classified documents and showed them a thing from the classified documents, allegedly. And then they said that he couldn't declassify because he was out of the White House already. There were quite a few things they said. Basically, he handled the documents improperly. It was a lot going on. So now he's been indicted. Unprecedented. You never had a president, sitting or prior, get indicted by the FBI. Ever. First time ever. It's a witch hunt. And the whole thing started with Alvin Bragg in New York City with the whole Stormy Daniels thing. once he went through with that indictment and charged him, trying to do the whole perk walk thing and whatnot, it was game on. It's like, okay, you did it. You were the front guy. Thank you, sir. We're going to use you for that. You be the guy that goes over the hill and takes the arrows. Thank you for that. Now we're going to indict him. They'll probably indict him again for the whole Georgia thing. So I think this is all something that was orchestrated and planned to keep Trump out of the race, or to weaken his chances of being able to succeed, because people will think that he's going to go to jail and he won't be able to be the president and that he's guilty of whatever they're charging him with. That is my whole thought process behind it, because check it out. We're talking about documents. Let's talk about documents. Let's talk about who should have had documents and who shouldn't have. Now, the president has the ability to take classified documents from the White House to wherever they want to be. Same thing goes for Barack Obama, Joe Biden, Barack Obama. Matter of fact, I'm going to say Biden right now, and I'm going to tell you why I'm not going to say Biden. Barack Obama, Slick Willie, George W., they all had the right to take documents from the White House back to their homes, declassify them, or whatever. Joe Biden did not have that right as a vice president. You know why? Because he's not the president. He's a vice president. They don't have that right. But yet and still, he took documents as a vice president from the White House to various places, to his home in Wilmington, Rehoboth Beach, the place by Penn Station, quite a few places. And fun fact, I think while he was at UPenn or something, there was like a $35 million loan from China. Anyway, I digress. So Biden had documents in his garage next to the Corvette, and we saw the documents on video. So it's not even a thing. And then it's not even a question of whether that is a set of documents that are classified or not, because the White House admitted it. And these are documents allegedly from his time as the vice president, where there was no right for him to take it. So, and they're currently, quote unquote, investigating that right now, but they're dragging their feet. They've not even interviewed Joe Biden yet. They're dragging their feet. And the reason why they're dragging their feet is because they know that they want him to be the next president or have a good chance being able to succeed. They don't want to undermine the presidency right now. They don't want to have Biden in court going through what Trump's going through right now, because they don't want to get him out of the way and convict him, number one. Number two, they don't want to undermine the presidency right now. And number three, they want him to succeed next time if he runs again. They want him to be able to get in there and just win. You know, it doesn't matter if he croaks on Inauguration Day. As long as he gets to the November election, it's all good. So they're not going to pursue this investigation with as much fervor as they're doing with the Trump investigation. But there is an investigation into the documents right now. So nobody can say, oh, it ain't the same thing. Yes, it is the same thing. They're investigating it. They already said the classified documents, the whole 9 yards. That's not very secure. And in your garage, that's not secure at all. And he did that quite a bit. But we're talking about Trump and his documents, whatever. Oh, the car is beautiful. Don't get it twisted. The car is amazing. Okay, that's the only thing he can do right, is pick some nice, beautiful cars. Okay, now trying to be the president, I don't know about that part. You know, stick to your nice cars. You could be Jay Leno with the nice car collection. Okay, and don't get burnt up by accident trying to work on it. But anyway, I digress. If you like what you're hearing so far, please give the video a thumbs up. Like the video, share the video, do all that good stuff. That helped me out tremendously. All right. We got super chats on deck. Then I'm going to get to the calls. The number to call, 434-658-1220. Again, 434-658-1220. Think it's a not provided who says, believe all women unless it's Tara Reid. Did you hear the recent news about her? I did not hear about it. Thank you for your comment, though. And your super chat, I definitely appreciate you. Thank you to F Ranger Xbox, who says, Google equals what color does ammonium nitrate burn? Oh, thank you for that. Thank you to Rebel Without a Reason, who says, only predators had a problem with the gamers tweet. Exactly. Thank you to Razor Shot Thoughtfulness, who says, rationalizing acceptance of pedophilia is a red flag that one's ideology has gone rabid and needs to be retired like Old Yeller. 100% correct, sir. 100% correct. You already know it. Take it to a Lawfare Mordred Shirt Media, who says, as a bisexual male, I'm highly against Warzone doing this. I'm asking for a refund. I'm no longer going to be playing any activism games. Leave the kids out of it. I'm disgusted with these groomers. Right on. Take it to Michael Crystal, who says, are we going to talk about the woman who said the only masculine men available are conservative? I did a video about that, actually, coming out tomorrow. How long will it take for her to realize that she's a conservative if that's what she's looking for? You know, the thing about her, briefly, I won't talk about it too much. I already got a video done. The thing about her is that she wants everything. She wants to be the liberal person that believes in all the liberal things, and she wants a guy that believes in those same things, but she also wants him to be traditional. And really what she was talking about, to boil it down to brass tacks, what she wants is a liberal guy that has money and will spend it on her. That's the bottom line. That is the bottom line. But I digress. Thank you to Lawfare, who says, I saw a 10-foot alien in my backyard. I probably took some LSD. Thank you to SW, who says, hey, ABL, my best friend Assad is a true patriot with a strong family values and love for this great nation. He's also a big fan of yours, and it's his birthday. Could you wrap up a happy birthday to him and put a bow on the top? Well, shout out to you, Assad. Happy birthday. Enjoy your day. Hopefully you're watching and you picked a good day to watch it. I'm having a good time with you guys here in the chat. Thank you for that. And shout out to your friend SW. That's a good friend right there. Paying good, hard-earned cash to get my attention and give you a shout out. So shout out to both of you guys. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate y'all. All right. Thank you to David, who says, love your channel, AB. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for thank you to Chad Aker, who says, oh, I read that one. I was getting triggered at that one. Shout out to you though, Chad. Thank you to Janine Jones, who says, hope you will do a video on New York City mayor sending 2 illegals to each person's home. I did that, absolutely. That's already out, actually. I put that out today. Yeah, I put it out today before the show. When did that come out? At 5 o'clock, I think? Yeah. Thank you to Michael Guest, who says, did someone ask the 10-foot tall alien for his green card? Hold on. Do I have it? There we go. Thank you to Chad Aker, who says, ABL, you going to watch Plandemic 3? I have no idea what that is. Thank you to Michael Guest, who says that if they move out of New York, they can go to Philadelphia. They will fit right in with Kensington. Stay out of Nebraska. Right on. Thank you to Janine Jones, who says, have you heard of WHO Global Digital Health Certificate Network? I have not. Thank you to Denny Wong, who says, ABL, how much longer can the U.S. survive with the self-destruction from within, from fentanyl, illegal immigration, crimes, corruption of justice system to prosecute political opponents, president taking bribes through his son? That's a good question, man. I don't really know. I've asked the same question. How long can we survive with this? I asked that same question in the video, like, how long are we going to keep on doing this? I have no idea, man, but it's going to be difficult for us to continue like this because that is a serious problem. It is a really, really bad problem that needs to be resolved sooner than later, for sure. All right, we got calls on deck, of course, and you guys know the drill. The number to call is 434-658-1220. Again, 434-658-1220. There's also an email for Skype in the description. If it doesn't work right, don't blame me. Blame the white man because no, it ain't my fault. All righty. Yeah, what is Plandemic 3? Is that a movie, a documentary? What is that? I've not seen Plandemic 1 and 2. What is it? We talking about the pandemic as far as what happened out in the real world? Are we just naming that a thing? I've never seen that. Let's keep on going. Who am I speaking to? 857?
Yeah, man. What's going on, man?
Ain't nothing. What's happening?
Hey, you're really funny, man.
All right. What's funny?
Do you read Trump's indictment? Do you read the indictment? It's 40 pages from.
I've never read the entire indictment. No.
Oh, you didn't read then you should read the Trump indictment first, and then you find out why he's getting indicted. That's the most logical thing to do.
You tell me.
Well, he get indicted because he obstructed justice, lied to the FBI, share very highly confidential information. I mean, the guy's the dumbest person I've ever seen in my life. I mean, you got to read that indictment. He's just dumb.
Okay.
The guy just dumb. He shouldn't be president before, and he shouldn't be running. He's just dumb. We have a dumb president. I mean, a former president, dumb. I'd rather have Biden sleeping. I would feel more comfortable with Trump.
So we got a smart guy now, huh?
Well, at least he follows instructions.
No. The question was, do we have a smart guy? Just answer the question.
I believe he's smart.
So you think Biden's a smart guy?
He's older now. He's older, so his mind is not as sharp as he used to be.
Shuffling.
But he's very smart.
Okay.
That for sure.
Right. So is doing a good job? No, excuse me. Is he doing a good job?
He's doing a very fairly job. He's not doing an excellent job, but his things are fairly. The economy is good.
The economy is good. You sure about that? I don't know about that one.
Unemployment is at 3.5%. One of the lowest level of unemployment in history.
How about that inflation?
Yeah, inflation is coming down. It's like 46% now. But I didn't come to talk about that.
Okay.
What I wanted to tell you is about the issue with Trump. Do you know Trump was going to strike out 2 countries, right? You know he was going to attack 2 countries, right?
Who was he going to attack? Iran and who else?
I don't know which country. They say in the indictment say country A and country B, and he shared the map how we defend ourselves against a nuclear attack with a writer. The conversation, it was recorded by him. He's like, yeah, recorded conversation, and he took all the top confidential information and showed it to the guy. That was one major violation. The second thing is the top classified information that he has this A, remove it, put it somewhere else. When these 2 lawyers went through over the documents, and they found out that 73 boxes with top classified information were missing, the same lawyers alerted the FBI. His own lawyers called it DOJ. So now his lawyers, they're gonna be testifying against him. I mean, this cannot be. I mean, this is the stupidest person I've ever seen in my life. I mean, I met some dumb people. What make Trump believe they was gonna get away with the FBI hiding top classified information about how the United States will respond against a nuclear attack?
Well, first of all, I don't know if he did what you're saying that he did because his allegations.
He's on the indictment. He's on the indictment. Read the indictment.
Excuse me, sir. Like, you got to actually go to court and get convicted, right?
Yes, you have to go to court. But I'm telling you, based on the indictment.
Excuse me, sir. Like I said, we don't know if he did with his allegations. So it's like you have people that say that he did something. You got witnesses coming out and saying that he did X, Y, and Z. The journalist said that he did
one of his witnesses is getting indicted,
sir. I'm not done talking, sir. Please, excuse me. Let me just get my thought out. So they're saying that he did what he did, but is that the evidence right there? He said, she said. Is that it?
No. It's not she said, he said. There's witnesses. One of his aides is getting indicted also, the one that moved the boxes. When the guy moved the top classified information, his lawyers went through all the documents, and Trump said, "Why we don't? Let's tell them that the top document don't exist." Like like you have information about nuclear attack. Don't you believe the CIA, the NSA? Don't you believe those guys know that he has those documents?
So basically, like I said, you have people that are saying that he did.
Again, read the indictment.
Excuse me, sir. Basically, like I said, people said that he did a thing, and that's the evidence that somebody said that he said it or said that he did it. Is there video, pictures, evidence of him doing a thing, or is it just
the recording calls?
And so on the calls, what is he talking about? Have you heard the calls?
I didn't hear because that's clear. I mean, they don't want to show that. That's the
so
DOJ.
All we have right now is that it's just some accusations.
It's not accusation. So do you believe the DOJ is going to make everything up to lock him up? Are you crazy?
I mean, you can't. Excuse me. When you have an indictment, you have allegations. You have, okay, this is what we think that he did. We're gonna go to court. We're gonna go find evidence, and we gonna.
Do you know what is in it?
Excuse me. We got to go prove it. That's just what it is. So
no, I'm asking you.
Define
what is an indictment.
What I'm telling you is they have to be able to prove what is in it. You can't just say somebody did something and then that's it. And no,
of course, they have to
court
prove
process.
it beyond reasonable doubt.
Exactly. So that's what I'm talking
But
about
they
right
have
there. That's what I'm talking about right there. And we know that there's a lot of weaponization going on with the DOJ because we got Biden and these people doing some things. We got evidence there, don't we? We have the laptop talking about 10 for the big guy. We got Burisma Holdings, payments and everything like that going on. We don't have any kind of indictment quite yet. And we know why that is because there's political favoritism going on. You want to put the heat on one guy, not the other guy. You see what I'm saying? Now, I wouldn't even be mad if they get Trump on something and they do the same thing with Biden. If you look at the information and indict him and say, okay, we have enough here, let's go forward. I wouldn't even be mad. But we know that it's a one-sided thing, and there's allegations, and there's always been some kind of things. You getting impeached, you getting sued, and he's always beating it. Just because somebody says, okay, you did this, does not mean it's actually the case. What we're gonna see though, when the court and all that, when everything comes to the light, we're gonna see what's going on.
Do you know what's the problem with you? That your business about making the videos. Do you know the Republicans, the House Republicans, started an investigation, they Biden, Burisma, and all that? What they came out for an investigation? Nothing. They could even turn the investigation to the DOJ.
Excuse me, no, sir. There's still an ongoing investigation into Biden and the documents and everything.
There's no investigation right now.
Yes,
Read
it is. Yes,
Read
it
it.
is.
The documents are up there.
Yes, it is an investigation. So what's it about then? What's he being investigated for then?
They investigate him because the issue with Burisma. They say, oh, yeah, he committed fraud.
That's what I'm talking about.
He committed this.
All right, then. So what are you talking
about? But they couldn't prove anything. They couldn't prove anything.
It's still ongoing. Excuse me, sir. It's still ongoing. You can't say he can't prove anything. We don't know one way or the other. We still have an open investigation. It's not been decided yet. We don't know what's going to happen.
Investigating him.
See, look, you won't even talk. You won't even listen. What did I say? See, look, you're not listening. You're just talking. You're just talking. Have a good day. All right. So yeah, back to the whole thing with Joe Biden. There is still an open investigation. Let me pull it up right quick. Let's see, Biden investigation. Let me see. Biden classified documents investigation shows few signs of wrapping up soon. They're still investigating them. What are we talking about? Like, can we just be honest for a moment? Or no? Do we not do that? Now, check it out. Biden classified documents investigation shows few signs of wrapping up soon. This article is from June 8th, 2023. Right there, right on your screen, NBC News. And then the subhead, what does it say? It says, probes related to the Pence and Trump's handling of classified documents have reached or appear to be reaching their ends. Biden, meanwhile, hasn't been interviewed, sources say. NBC News. So what are we talking about? All right. I do not have anger issues. I'm a perfectly fine gentleman. If I had anger issues, I'd be cussing and fussing and carrying on. Thank you, Harry99. Let's keep on going here. Let's go to 323 on the line. I'm speaking to.
I want to give a great shout out to Ivan the Man. Great arguments.
All righty. Shout out to Ivan's shout out to Ivan's cousin from Panama to come in the chat to give him a little bit of moral support. Let's go to. All right, the phone lines are jam-packed. Y'all please hang tight. 864 on the line. Who am I speaking to?
This is Kirk from Greenville, South Carolina. I got a question. The thing that happened in Arizona, the aircraft or whatever, there should be evidence on the ground of something hitting down there.
Yeah, there should be. No, they showed a circle on the ground, but
yeah,
that was it.
I mean, it has to have an indentation or something that, coming down that fast, you would think.
Well, then again, I'm thinking, okay, I'm just giving hypothetical because I don't know nothing. If it was alien aircraft, maybe it's not going to behave like you would think an aircraft would, as far as making an indentation. It could have just been a very soft landing. I mean, I don't know. And if it but then again, if it did crash, which was the sound that we heard, then you're right. Yeah.
Another thing in New York, they're going to have more funerals now if they're going to go with that. Giving out the free drugs and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, because all you're doing really is enabling it.
Yeah, I don't understand that. I don't know how long that's going to go on. That's just crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, there's going to be so many families that are going to, be hurt, devastated with that now.
That's correct.
Yeah. All right. This was one of your better shows tonight. I loved it. And I like that number one caller. You probably know when he's going to call you every time, don't you?
I have no idea. I pick up the phone and I get what I get.
Yeah. All right. I'll let you go.
Right,
Bye-bye.
Thank you for the call. Appreciate it. All right. Shout out to my man for the call. Most certainly appreciate him. The number to call, 434-658-1220. Let's go ahead and get rocking and rolling. All righty. Let's go to 859. You online, my speaker to.
Yo, ABL, how's it going, man? What's up, man? It's me, Libertarian Laverne Wardred. How's it going? I saw you spread my comments, bud.
Oh, it's all good, boss. What's happening?
All right, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm deleting Warzone. I'm tired of this. I am exhausted. I don't like these groomers trying to eject this stuff to kids. What happens in the bedroom is between me and myself and consenting partners. This is ridiculous, Oh, by the way, my birthday's coming up, June 13th, my friend.
Shout out to you, man. Happy early birthday.
Hey, I'm actually making a documentary about Waverly Hills Penitentiary in Louisville, and I'm doing editing next week of it, and I'm about to head over there. So, hey, man, wish me luck. I'm loving the show, man. I'm listening to my headphones. I'm on my break at work, man, and I just want to give you a shout-out, man. Much love, bro.
Thank you for the call, man. Definitely appreciate you.
Hey, much love, man. Talk to you later, bro. Bye.
All right, shout out to the caller. And you guys are the best audience anywhere on these internets. If you like what you're hearing so far, please give the video a thumbs up. Like the video, share the video, do all that good stuff. That'll help me out tremendously. Let's go. Calling line, speaker to 310.
What's up? Thank you so much for taking my call. ABL, how do you keep your head screwed on straight when you got callers that are that do that? Like what's his name, Ivan? How do you handle that?
I mean, it's all good fun to me. I like having a conversation. I've heard a lot worse from people just in my regular everyday life. So to me, it's nothing.
My other question is, have you made a shirt yet that says "Excuse me, sir"?
I have some stuff that's like that. I need to update it and do one specifically say, "Excuse me, sir." Yeah.
I'll buy 10 of those.
Okay.
That's all, dude. Thank you for taking my call, and thank you for just staying calm and doing a great job. I watch you every stream. Thank you, ABL.
Thank you for the call, man. Appreciate it. All right, shout out to the caller. You guys are fantastic. Let's keep on rocking. Let's go to 801. You're on the line. Who am I speaking to?
Hey, what's up, ABL? How's it going?
It's all good, man. Can't complain. What's happening?
No much. Yeah, I just wanted to say, so like that first caller, I think I remember him calling in last time saying he was saying stuff about, he wanted illegals coming over and trying to like justify the reason why they can come over. So I think he's just petty, man.
Hey, I think you're right about that.
Yeah, because I swear that's the same dude. Sounds like he's been drinking a lot and then he calls in. But anyway, so when I was trying to talk about that alien thing at first until he called in, and it kind of just pissed me off because, so the whole thing with Trump, this is the thing this is how you know that the DOJ and the FBI is being weaponized. You just got to ask, why would they be calling parents terrorists? Parents that don't want their kids learning about sexual acts in school. You know what I mean? There's no reason why they should be doing that. Second of all, they're saying that white supremacy is the biggest threat. Come on, man. When was the last time you seen dudes walking around with white hoods? But you know who said it best was what's his name, Dave Chappelle. He was saying in one of his comedies, like, all they did was just change their white hoods to colorful wigs. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And so, like, yeah, you think about it now, like, you look at all these, like, Karens in the city and all that stuff, like they're usually a lot of liberals that are, like, doing racist things. And so I just thought it was kind of true when he said that. But, that's pretty much what. Damn, man, I wanted to talk about that whole alien thing. I don't want to take up most of your time, but that's total BS, man. Like, a lot of it, like, even the one where the camera, the ringer camera or whatever, caught the angle, and you see the whole place light up, but then you hear the boom, and then you don't really see, like, no kind of, like, flash. Usually when there's a boom, there's like a flash of some sort, or like the light will turn off or something, but it's just like you hear this loud boom and the light just stays on the whole time, as if like what happens then? What happened next? Like, it just seems like it was kind of just baloney or something. But yeah, man, that dude. Hey, man, this whole thing about Trump being indicted is all political. I mean, you look at Hillary's, emails that was wiped clean. She deleted it off her drive, something you totally can't do. Had her server in her house, something you totally can't do as well. And then when they subpoenaed her for the 5 cell phones, her and her crew, they decided to smash them up and, wipe that whole thing, like, pretty much destroy all 5 cell phones. I mean, come on, man. Is Trump really doing any of that? Like, and then on top of that, you would think if he's holding on that kind of class, the dude said he had classified information that was supposed to show other countries how we're defending ourselves. Like, you would think that the DOJ or the FBI would tell Trump, hey, man, you got these classified information, we need it, and then it's really highly classified. You can't have it there. You can have anything else, that Time magazine, whatever the hell you want, but that classified information, you got to give it over. You would think, Trump would just give it over. Okay, well, that's classified. So where the hell is this guy getting his information? Like, that's the dumbest thing that I've ever heard, man. Like, like, the first thing the FBI, DOJ would do is that they would tell him that those are information that they need. They wouldn't just be like, hey, let's keep it a secret. That way we can indict him. That way we can just imprison this dude. Let's just don't tell him that those information is what we need, because, our country's only on the line. Like, we're only trying to protect 300 million people. So let's not tell them that we need that information. Come on, man. Like, dude, I'm telling you, that first caller, too much CNN, too much MSNBC, and not enough ABL. Hey, bro, keep up the good work. Love you, man.
Thanks for the call, man.
Peace out.
Appreciate you. All right, shout out to the caller. Great call. You guys are the best audience anywhere on these internets. If you like what you're hearing so far, you know what to do. Please give the video a thumbs up. Like the video, share the video, do all that good stuff. Let's go to the next call here. 203, you're on speaker 2.
Hey, ABL, hi. This is Danny.
All righty, what's going on?
Hey, not too much. I thought your first caller was pretty obnoxious. I think the issue is with the Biden investigation is they haven't come out to deny the existence of the 20-plus LLCs that they created to funnel and receive all the money. And the money has gone to as many as 10 members of his family, including grandchildren. And you got to ask, like, if everything's on the up and up, why do you need to create 20 LLCs to hide the movement of the money? And also, what business does a grandchild have in receiving money from China and Ukraine? For what purpose and what service have they been able to perform? So the whole thing stinks to high heaven, and the only reason that they haven't concluded the investigation is because they haven't been able to find the smoking gun that basically has Biden on video admitting, okay, I'm going to take $5 billion and I'm going to do this favor, which is very hard to find. So, but I think we've found enough that really raises the question of the integrity of this person, and he hasn't come out to deny the existence of these payments. So, but anyways, I wanted to actually talk to you about the contrast between the way that the illegal immigrants were forced into, basically lower income neighborhoods, the schools, and put into these gyms, and forced upon really the middle lower class, versus the ones that DeSantis sent to Martha's Vineyard, where they were basically escorted and deported out of Martha's Vineyard in 24 hours, and they called the National Guard, and they went at the time when it was a low season, because it was over the winter, and the 2/3 of that place is deserted because they don't go there at the time of the year. So there's no excuse that there was no housing. And I think to anyone that sees the contrast, you have to open your eyes and see that there's a war being waged on the working class by the elites, these wealthy liberal, and many of them are white liberal elites in this country. And that the war is not between black and whites, like they would want you to believe, and to distract you. And so while they distract you with things like, white supremacy is the biggest threat to this country, they're waging this war on the working class. And I just wish that more people will wake up and understand that that's what's really going on. And if you resist, they're going to call you names, they're going to cancel you, they're going to call you racist. And that's really what's happening in this country.
Right on, man. Well, thank you for your call. Definitely appreciate you.
Listening.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
All right. Shout out to the caller. Let's keep on rocking here. Let's go to 918. You're on the line. We're speaking to.
Hey, what's up, ABL? It's JB Scotchman from Oklahoma. How you doing, buddy?
It's all good, man. Can't complain.
All right, cool. Hey, great show tonight. Unfortunately, no positive news anymore. I mean, ever since Biden got in control, it's gloom news every day. But anyway, I want to keep it really simple. You were talking about earlier at the beginning of your show about dogs, about people taking dogs into restaurants and, just different dog stories, And I'm an animal lover. I love all animals. I'm a cat guy mainly, but I do like dogs. But it reminded me of one of my favorite YouTube videos, and I just want to recommend that to you and leave you at that. You go to YouTube, man, and look up a video called "A Proud Boxer Owner," the dog boxers. It's only like a minute and a half.
Okay.
And there's no music in it. I mean, you know me. I wouldn't do anything to try to get you in trouble. It's an innocent video. It's been on YouTube for like 14 years, But it is one of my favorite videos of all time. And it relates to the stories that you were telling earlier. So I thought you would get a kick out of that, and everyone else would just have a good laugh and not worry about all this negative stuff happening in the country right now.
Right on, man. Absolutely.
So I'll let you go there, man. I love you. I love to see you react to it, and love how everyone else reacts to it. And love you, dude. Love everybody here in the chat, and love your show. And have a good night, dude.
Thanks for the call, man. Appreciate you.
All right, love you, dude.
All right, great calls. Get to some more here. Thank you guys for being here. Let's keep on rocking and rolling. Let's go to 252. You're on the line. Who am I speaking to?
This is Jennifer. How are you, ABL?
I'm well. How about yourself?
Great. I have a two-part question for you, and then I'll go ahead and hang up and let you answer. I wanted to ask you, how do you think this indictment will affect Trump? And where do you think from here that the election is going? And thank you so much for taking my question. I'll hang up now so you can answer.
Thank you. Appreciate you. Okay, so the indictment, how is it going to affect Trump and the election? I think the objective of the indictment, from my opinion, my point of view, is that it's intended to tie him up in court action and then also serve as a further precedent for further action from other people. So the first bottle drop was the New York situation with Stormy Daniels, Alvin Bragg. When that happened, I was like, okay, they're going to try to do more because now somebody became first. Somebody just made the precedent. Okay, you can indict for more presidents, little ticky-tack. So he probably, like the things they're indicting him for right now, he should not be indicted for. Okay, if you're not going to indict Hillary Clinton, emails, bleach bit, banging up Blackberries, Huma Abedin, Anthony Weiner having access to the laptop, classified emails. If we're not going to indict her over that, and not only are we not going to indict her, we look the other way. It's like, oh, I don't see nothing. If that's going on for her, then come on. They're doing it to try and time up in legal action so he won't be able to campaign as much. It's hard to campaign when you in court, when you always going to court. You go into court in Miami, you go into court in New York, you go into court in Atlanta, all over the place. And then as far as the election, I think their objective is to make people feel like that their vote doesn't count, to demoralize people, to get fewer GOPers to go out there and vote so they can win with more votes on the other side. People want to say it's cheating. It's not how it works because elections are state operated. If there's any cheating going on, it's going to be not in the red state where Trump can win. It'd be mostly in the blue state because they have things like no voter ID or whatever. Excuse me. So that's really the issue. The issue is just trying to demoralize you so you don't go out there and vote. That's the whole problem. But I digress. Thank you for the question. Let's go. There's a lot of calls on the line. Y'all please give me a little bit of time to get everybody. Who am I speaking to? 207? You're on the line?
This is David. This is Maynard in chat.
All righty. I got a little bit of, hold on one second. I got a little bit of background noise. Can you turn the stream off in the background for me, please?
Hold on. I'll talk to you regular.
All righty.
Can you hear me?
I heard you well.
All right. This is Maynard. Yeah, I was just calling. I watched, are you familiar with Tracy Beans and Frank from Quite Frankly?
No, I'm not.
Well, she does Undercover DC, and they've been they had an interview with Audit New York, and everybody's got to get involved. Make sure your voter rolls are safe, because it turned out they found up to 5 million duplicates on the voter rolls. So I just figured I'd call in and get people to at least look for Audit New York and see the work they've done,
Okay. That definitely sounds interesting.
Yeah. It's a good thing to look into. They found 5 million duplicates, and it's not like just different names. It's the same name, like Jay Smith, John Smith, Jack Smith, it's just different variations of the same name and addresses over and over and over again. So
right.
I just figured it's a good thing to get, out there. So thank you, ABL. I listen to you all the time.
Thank you for the call, man. Definitely
and
appreciate
I'll let you go.
Thank you.
All right. It's my first call, too, so I'm kind of a little nervous. I'll get the hang of it.
Oh, it's all good,
have a good
man.
night, ABL.
Thank you.
Yeah. Bye.
All right, shout out to the caller. Yeah, it's all good. If it's your first time calling, it's just you and I on the phone, ain't nobody else. All right. So shout out to my man for calling. And you guys are fantastic. Let's keep the party going. And the phone lines are blowing up. Let me just try to
And I like you guys.
786 on the line. Who am I speaking
This is
to?
my first call too, so.
Hey, this is Jordan from Florida.
All right. Before we start, we got streaming in the background. You turn it off for me, please.
Yeah, sorry. Hey, what's going on, ABL?
And not too much, man. Everything's all right about yourself.
Not too bad over here. It's Florida. Thunderstorms everywhere. Canada's burning down America.
Right on. Exactly.
Yeah, no, I just wanted to talk about the alien thing because, I mean, I'm type of person to, like, not really be all that into it, but I'm not that skeptical. But I go to, like, Puerto Rico and Santo Domingo, and over there in the news, you actually hear a lot of, like, unidentified flying objects in the sky.
Oh,
and,
is that
like,
right?
there's a lot of things. Yeah, I'm sorry. And there's, like, a lot of, like, things that, like, people in America don't even know because, like, by the time you even get to, like, hear it and it goes through the ether, like, you already have the government intervening and just, like, making people sign non-disclosure agreements, you know, so you never really hear about it anywhere else. So I just wanted to know, like, you know, I'm not saying, like, they're real, you know, or anything like that, but I'm just saying, like, if they are real, there's a big chance that the governments already know, and they're doing anything they can to just make it seem like, oh, these people are crazy, and, like, you know, just make us all, like, gaslight us.
Yeah, I mean that definitely could be going on. You know, there could be some things that they know about but don't want us to see. Some government stuff. You know, I'm thinking that a lot of these UFO sightings in America is government tech that they're using that they don't want us to know about, in my opinion.
Yeah, I believe that there is stuff like that they don't want us to know about, but it's just kind of crazy, like, how sometimes, like, when you do see something and now they're starting to come out with it, you're just kind of like, is this really happening? Or is this, like, you know, they just want us to feel like one step stupider than they do. You know what I mean?
Right, of course.
Yeah. Well, anyways, I love your show, man. First time caller. I can't wait to call you again, and I hope you have a great night. God bless you. God bless everyone in the chat.
Thank you for the call, man. Appreciate you.
All right. Take care.
All right. A lot of good calls tonight. The call lines are blowing up. So y'all please give me a little bit of grace. I'm going to try to get everybody on as soon as I can, or as many of you guys as possible. Let's go to 606 on the line. Who am I speaking to?
This is David from Kentucky.
All righty. What's going on?
Not much tonight. First time caller. Really enjoy your show. Appreciate you. One thing I want to talk about, something that is extremely important for everyone to understand, is that our justice system is supposed to be blind. We're supposed to be innocent until proven guilty. So one of the things with the Trump indictments and things like that is everybody has to understand that when any political party gets into power and they use the justice system to attack their opponents or people they don't like because of political reasons, there's a huge problem with that because it leads to a dictatorship, or we turn into a third world country, you know, like Brazil and Venezuela and Russia. I mean, and we have to understand that if people break the law, they should be held accountable, everyone. But we cannot use it as a political cudgel to go after our opponents. You agree with that?
Absolutely. 100%. You know, it should be about guilt or innocence. It shouldn't be a weapon.
Exactly. I think we're on a teetering on the precipice of falling over the edge of this being a normal thing that happens all the time. And, you know, the Democrats might do it now, but when the Republicans get in office, they could do the same thing. And here we go back and forth with using the justice system. And I just think we should never, ever go there. We should keep justice equal for everyone, and everybody's innocent until proven guilty. Justice should be blind, and it should be evenly applied to everyone, regardless of party.
100% correct.
Thank
Absolutely.
you for listening.
Thank you for your call. Definitely appreciate you.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, he's right on point. You know, it should be a blind justice system. It should be about facts, guilt, innocence. It shouldn't be weaponized, manipulated. That shouldn't be what's going on. Because now you're getting into the territory of a lynch mob where you could just kill somebody because you don't like them. And it's not even really about guilt or innocence. It's about this person has to go. They're in the way. They're an opponent. Let's go ahead and kill them. That's the general vibe. That's the general message. Okay, let's go to, give me a second, please. 951 on line 152.
ABL, how you doing, man?
It's all good, man. What's happening?
I'm doing good. Hey, I'm from Riverside County.
Oh, out there. Where you had the operation.
I want to give a shout out to Sheriff Chad Bianco. He's doing a great job. Okay.
Alrighty.
Doing all the things. He's trying to get illegal immigrants out of the country. He is great. All right. Next thing I want to talk about is shout out to the tomboy hat. You remember the video?
Yeah. That was an amazing
Save
part.
the tomboys.
Yes.
Look, save the tomboys. Tomboys are all about fishing, hunting, barbecue, country music, trucks, and fun times. This is what it's about. It's about doing things that everybody loves to do, you know? Another thing I want to talk about is my dog has manners, right? My dog goes into places and he greets people politely. He's a good dog. I got him from my grandma. I inherited him when she died in 2020. And last thing, can you give my girl Kiki a shout out for her birthday?
All right. Shout out to Kiki. Happy birthday. Hopefully you're enjoying your day. And thank y'all for watching and supporting. I appreciate y'all.
Thank you, brother. I'm your favorite fan from Southern California.
Well, thank you for watching, man, and your support. I definitely appreciate you.
All right, bye.
All right. Shout out to the caller. And again, Kiki, happy birthday. Hopefully you enjoyed your day. And because you deserve it, because it's yours. It's your birthday. So shout out to you. All righty. Let's keep on rocking here. Let's go to, hold on. Y'all, please give me a second. All right. Who wants to pick it to 757?
Oh, this is Will. I'm on.
You're on.
I got a good idea for getting this republic back. We all need to meet on the weekends and reinvent or rejuvenate Tea Party. I lived in Virginia Beach. Oh wait, are you hearing me? I turned down you on the volume.
I hear you. I hear you loud and clear. You good?
Okay. I lived in Virginia Beach for 20 years, and the place to meet in Virginia Beach. This is Will.
Okay. Do you have anyone in the background? Like you can't talk to the screen. Talk to me on the phone.
Okay. Well, like I lived for 20 years in Virginia Beach, and on the weekends you need to rejuvenate the Tea Party and get out there and meet between 31st and 89th, right? You hear me?
I'm listening.
I can't hear you on my phone.
Yeah, don't do not watch the screen.
I don't have the volume on the computer up.
Yeah, do not watch the screen, please. Just talk to me on the phone.
Okay. But between 31st, Laskin Road, and 89th, there's a lot of parking, and it's cool in the ocean, and you need to meet on the weekends and demand paper ballots, and there's other things I want to demand, too. I'm stuck in St. Louis, though, ABL. I don't know where we should meet. You can't meet by the arch. There's a lot of parking, but it's dangerous as hell right now. And if anybody's from St. Louis, where can we meet? You know?
I mean, that's a good question, man. Got to get into some of these communities, wherever you guys may meet. Facebook groups is a big place. People talk about different things. Just try to get people together and meet in certain places and discuss whatever's going on in the community.
Yeah, we got to get out and talk because, I mean, They don't want us out there demanding paper ballots, and that's what we need. I have a good video. It's called All I Want for Christmas. I made it 20 years ago, and it's shadow banned. I'm going to post it right up here in the chat. That's me. I'm the chameleon. And I want to meet with you, ABL. I don't know where you're at now, but eventually I'd like to meet you and everybody else, and it's the best time in the world.
Right on, man. You know, I'll be around different places, so I like to be in the Southeast United States in this particular area, but I travel, so you know you'll probably run into me soon.
Well, I'm trying to get out of Illinois, but my mom doesn't want to leave here because our family goes back a long ways in St. Louis. And anyway, I've been to 2 Trump rallies. Right after he won in November, I went to Jefferson City, which is closer to me than Springfield, and it was just great. Meeting those people is great. The problem here in St. Louis is it's hot, and I want to be at a water park because I went to the last Trump rally. It was here right before the July 4th at Quincy. And it was hot, man. I mean, if we're going to meet, does anybody have a pond or someplace that we can meet and not die from the heat? I mean, it gets hot. It was so hot when Trump was here last time in late June. But anyway, if you're from St. Louis and you know where we should meet, I'll be there. I mean, I'm down here south of St. Louis on a farm, and I don't get to go to the city that often. I was born here. I lived here for 7 years, moved up to Detroit for 20, and lived in Virginia Beach for 20. I know where to meet in Virginia Beach. If you're in Virginia Beach, meet on about 50th Street on the weekends. And once a month, we need to go around the state capitals like they did in Jericho. Just demand paper ballots. That's my plan. But look at my All I Want for Christmas video. I'll let you go. But we got to meet, man. We got to be there together. And it's so much fun. It's so much fun to be around people like ourselves.
Right on, man. Well, thank you for your call. I definitely appreciate you.
Hey, man, I love all of you out there who are one with God and want to fight this tyranny. I love you people. I want to be around you. It's just great to bask in the glow of warm souls, all right? So I hope to see you soon.
All right, man. Thank you, man. Appreciate you.
I love you, man. I really do.
Thank you. Appreciate you, boss. All righty. Shout out to the caller. Okay. You're going way up 50th Street. You're going about to be up on the north, way past the tourist spot. Let's keep on rocking. Let's go to. All right, hold on. Y'all blowing me up. All right, who wants to pick it to 717?
Oh my gosh, I got through. Hi.
Hello, how are you?
Hi. So, okay, first and foremost, this is actually the very first time I've ever called in. But I wanted to get your recommendations. I'm actually moving to the Chattanooga area in like a month. And so I wanted to see, because I think you're from that area, right?
I live here now. I live here, but I'm from Virginia.
Okay, perfect. So I wanted to see, like, what areas would you recommend for a new relocationee? So, like, would there be restaurants that you'd recommend or anything like that? And that's all. And I wanted to say I love your show. I love all your content. So keep up the great work. Thank you.
Thank you for the call. Appreciate you.
Yep.
Okay, so I'll answer a question about, I guess the question was about, like, what places to go. Downtown, of course, that's going to be your main place you want to go. Downtown, like a bar, Agave and Rye. It's a place called Hennon's right there. I like Hennon's. I go there occasionally. It depends on where, like, it's a place, I forget what it's called. I think it's called Southside Social. They got like a bowling alley and like it's drinks and food in there. Depending upon what kind of crowd you're looking for like a younger crowd, 20-somethings, they be in there. But downtown is really where you want to be. Go to the aquarium, go to the river. That's where you want to be. And if you're going to be out by Hamilton Place, of course, you got the mall right there. A lot of different places to go in Hamilton Place, right there on Gun Barrel Road. I used to live right there, but now I'm further out somewhere else in the area. I won't say exactly where I live, but I'm in the area. Then you could go like Ottawa. It's a place called Cambridge Square. That's nice too. So if you're going to be out Ottawa Ringo Road over there, getting closer to Cleveland, going over there, it's a place called Cambridge Square. It's really nice. Nice restaurants. But the best place, in my opinion, the best neutral location, you're going to go Hamilton Place or downtown. Anybody that comes here for the first time, they go downtown. And as far as crime and everything, it's not bad here. Oh, and I'm tripping. I almost forgot. go up on the mountain, Lookout Mountain, of course. Go Lookout Mountain. Go to Ruby Falls, of course. Go to Rock City, and go to Point Park. Take the incline up the mountain. You got to do it. It's right. So you're going to start downtown at the incline before you go up Lookout Mountain. And the incline takes you straight up the mountain. And once you go off the mountain, you can walk to your right and you'll be at Point Park. Go to Point Park. You're at the tip of Lookout Mountain. You can see a crazy view. Several states. It's wild. Definitely Rock City, especially if you got kids, they'll love it. Rock City, Ruby Falls, Point Park on Lookout Mountain. And then off the mountain, downtown, places to eat, places to shop, places to drink, whatever you want. All right, so that'll pretty much cover it. Hopefully, you're in the chat. Yeah, Rock City for sure. That's right, Tommy Two Guns. You know about it. All right, yeah. Shout out chat. I like it out here. I like a slow vibe. You know, being born in West Virginia, it's similar to my original home, and it gives me some of the Virginia vibes where I actually grew up. So it's like a nice combination of both. You got mountainous areas and foothills and whatnot, and more people than West Virginia, but not as busy, nowhere near as busy as Atlanta or Nashville. All right. So let me go to some more calls. And y'all please hang tight for me. Let's go. Okay, 757, you're on line, my speaker too. 757.
Hey, Real, this is Easy. How are you, man?
It's all good, man. What's happening?
Not a lot, man. Just wanted to call and first of all, thanks for answering my call, but tell everybody hello. And just a couple things. Number one, hashtag save Ivan, right? Like, he's lost. He doesn't understand. He's angry. I don't know what's going on. But so hashtag save Ivan. He's obviously listening because he's reaching out. So remember that. The other thing is, I know you're from Virginia. I'm in Richmond, Southside Richmond.
Oh, wow.
Did you hear about the mass shooting this week?
Yeah, at VCU for Huguenot graduation.
That's right. Remember D'Angelo? Like way back in the day?
Yeah.
D'Angelo?
Uh-huh.
He went to Huguenot.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, that's just because I know you're from Virginia. So, but yeah, so that mass shooting, have you seen a lot on the news about it?
No.
It's crazy, right? Like, so our mayor is Democrat, and he's so trifling. Like, if you don't know, you should look him up, Mayor LeVar Stoney. So he's soft on crime, right? A guy got caught selling switches like a couple months ago. He got 3.5 years. He's soft on crime, right? So our crime's skyrocketing, like it's going crazy. So this graduation was going on. This kid shot up, like it was on some hood beef. It was like his buddy. I encourage everybody to read about it, but his buddy, somebody killed somebody. So it was supposed to like a revenge thing, right? So he shot an 18-year-old young man and killed him, and his father, who was 36, the 18-year-old young man that just graduated, and his father. Like 7 other people got shot, like 19 people in general, I mean, in whole, like ended up needing medical treatment, blah, blah, blah. This is like right in the heart of Richmond, like on college campus, like it's crazy. And it's a high school graduation. Everything's hush-hush. The lieutenant governor was around the area and came in and like kind of got on camera, right? And was like, her name is Winston Sears, and was like, when are we going to name names? Like, this is about leadership, right? Like, obviously we got to control the kids and crime and all that, but ultimately it comes from like the government, so to speak. So is it the chief? Is it the mayor? That clip is not being shown anywhere in Richmond. It's so crazy. The whole thing is like, I mean, it's a big deal, this shooting. Like, it's broad daylight. Like, so premeditated. The guy got charged with 2 counts of second-degree murder, not first. So I encourage everyone to look that up and maybe stop by Mayor LeVar Stoney's page and share your ideas with him, because it's insane, man. It's pretty crazy how they're covering it up because it doesn't fit that narrative.
Right. I'm with you, man.
So anyway, have a good night. Thank you for doing what you do, man. And I don't know, man. Take it easy.
Thank you for the call. Appreciate you.
All right, bud.
All right. Shout out to you guys. A lot of Virginia people in here. Shout out to Alan Gibbs, who says, you just watched, what was it? Somebody that you know, loved one, relative, just watched someone cross the stage at Hampton Coliseum in Hampton, Virginia last weekend. So was it a graduation at Hampton Coliseum? Wow, that's an old school Coliseum. I remember going to see a wrestling match at the Coliseum back in the 90s. Me and my dad went to go see something. I forget who it was. Or it might have been WCW back in the day at the Coliseum. Yeah, shout out to the Coliseum and the Scope, all that good stuff. It was your son? Okay. Shout out to your boy. Did he graduate high school, college? And let me go to some more here. Let's go to 541. You don't know how much speaker to.
Hi, this is Jeffrey ABL. Thank you for taking my call. I'm just going to go back to that vending machine with the crack pipe and all that.
Yeah.
And I saw something on the first one where they filled it up and it was emptied really quick, and it cost $11,000 for that machine.
Wow. Wait a minute.
But,
hold on.
Yeah.
For the actual
Go
machine
ahead.
itself, or to refill it?
No, just the machine, and then it probably they added in for the fill it, I guess. I don't know. They didn't specify. The machine was $11,000.
Wow.
And then I didn't know about the prolactics and all that other stuff. I knew about the chapstick and all that. But the funny thing is, it went empty the first, when it first opened, and the only thing they did not take was the fentanyl testing equipment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because they don't really care about that, because they want that.
Yeah, yeah, right, exactly. I don't know why. I just wanted to share that because it was like, I thought that was crazy. 11,000, and like you said, I mean, giving crack pipes out. I mean, come on. Don't we have enough problems?
Exactly.
Okay, you have a good night. Thanks for taking my call.
Thank you for the call.
Okay, good night.
Yeah, they don't want that fentanyl testing kit because they want that super high. If somebody dies right there on the spot and no D's, they want to go right there so they can get some of that same kind of high. 773 on line, my speaker too.
ABL, thanks for getting to my call. It's your retired Chicago police officer friend.
All right.
I see that you opened with Ivan and you're closing with me. First of all, ABL, I'd like to say I defend the right for Ivan to speak. A lot of people want to get on him, but I personally want to know what the people on the other side of the argument are saying and doing, because I think what Ivan says is typical of what their argument is. I can defend my arguments. He can't defend his, or he tries to, but it doesn't make any sense. But I defend his right to say it. So that's my 2 cents on that. Here's the thing, ABL. I'd like to know with Eric Adams, when he suggests that you take in a family and they'll pay you to take in an immigrant family into your home. All those people that were on stage with him, is there an immigrant family already in Eric Adams' home? And why isn't there? Is there an immigrant family with any of those people that were on stage? All the preachers and all the organizers, the social workers, and everything else. I could guess that not one of those people, not a single one of those people, had a family in their home. Someone should have asked that, because it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. They don't. They're hypocrites, and that's what that comes down to. Now, the thing about Trump, it's like dodgeball. They're just going to keep throwing stuff at him and hope it sticks. And if it doesn't stick, he's busy dodging each ball that's coming at him. And that's what they want. They just want to harass the man. That's what they want to do. And the left is delusional if they think that we're better off. Is the border better off? Oh, the border wasn't wide open? Is the economy better off? Is inflation better off? Is anything better off under Biden? No. And, you know, Biden's got those, at least Trump had those documents in his place where he lives, locked in a room. I'm sure you can't just walk into Trump's apartment over there or whatever he has over there, his complex that he has there. Biden's got it next to the Corvette. And I remember him saying something like, well, it's safe there. You know how much I love my Corvette. Another ridiculous thing. I'd like to hit the point here too, ABL, about the CNN, the head of CNN. See, what they're trying to do, CNN and other news organizations, including Fox, is news used to be just you report the news. You don't put your opinion on the news. They used to have a special newscaster on every news show that gave his commentary. But the news itself, I'm reporting the news. You're not going to know what my opinion is about the news. But nowadays, the news has become an opinionated thing. CNN has their opinion. Fox has their opinion. And now they realize, oh, this is not working for us. And they're all trying to come back to the middle. Well, you can't come back to the middle once you've gone all the way to one end of the scale or the other, because that's what you're known for. And I like Fox News, but Gutfield and all that, which I like, I'm entertained by them. But, you know, these are not news organizations. These are now commentary organizations, both the left and the right. They haven't been in the middle to just report the news. They have their own agenda, and obviously CNN's agenda is not doing very well, and they tried to get back to the middle, and this is why they fired that guy. That's about it. The thing about the Chinese and Mexican cartels, in my opinion, they're able to do that because you don't have someone in there that's strong, like a Trump. You know, when they see an opening, when it happens on the streets as a policeman, it happens on the global stage also. When you see a weakness, you take advantage of it. You take advantage of the weakness. That's why people are walking into Walgreens and stealing everything under the sun, walking into Home Depot and pushing over. They killed a guy at Home Depot where the guy pushed an old man at Home Depot that tried to challenge him, and the guy died a few days later. When you show weakness, people are there to take advantage of the weakness. We need strength in the White House, strength in our government, strength on the global stage, and strength in these cities. And I'd like to end with, I want to know, why has not anyone asked that New York mayor if he's taken in a family? They're a bunch of hypocrites. Do as I say, not as I do. Thanks for taking my call, ABL, and I'll talk to you later.
Thank you for the call. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
All right. Perfectly said. And that will be a wrap for me. Thank you guys for being here. You guys are the best audience anywhere on these internets. If you couldn't get on tonight, I'm sorry. It's not my fault. Blended white man, you know how I do. But I'll be back live again on Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern. So right around right now, which is 11 p.m. Eastern. This is a podcast you're listening to right now. It'll be available on your favorite audio streaming platform, whether that be Google Play, Spotify, Stitcher, Anchor, Apple, iTunes, etc. Link for that will be in the description, or just go to your favorite audio streaming platform and search ABL Live. I should pop right on up. Shout out to everybody that's been in here watching, retweeting, super chatting. Couldn't do it without you. Also, shout out to the mods if you're here. Thank y'all for doing what you do, keeping the trolls nice and in check. And thank you all for just being here, having a good show. This is a great show. I really enjoyed it. Great callers. Shout out to all of my regular callers, my new callers, everybody that's watching. I thank all you guys for doing what you do. You guys are amazing. Couldn't do it without you. All right. I got super chats to read right here. Just a couple of them. And then that'll be a wrap for me. Thank you to Justin Miller, who says, Ivan merch needs to be made. I ain't making no Ivan merch. We ain't doing that. But thank you for that. I might do something like, the sir. Yeah, I got you though, boss. But thank you, F Ranger Xbox, who says Munt Smith at media can be used for propaganda. Alrighty, there we have it. And I think that will be a wrap for me. You guys are fantastic. And until next time, y'all be safe. I'm out and peace.